weird. It kind of should be.
Your life.
Uh-oh. But am I ready to have a child? Oh, now.
I'm done spending an obscene.
What was that?
Sorry, my Chrome is apparently unmuted.
Oh.
We're doing it live, folks.
I'm not coming through still. Oh, wait. What if I do this?
There it is.
Okay, here we go. There's nothing you could do to ice that would make me sad. There's nothing you could do to ice I would think was bad. Ice is wrong for you and me because it makes a road so slippy. Did you overreact and think you knew what I was singing about? This weekend there will be an ice storm, and if you're a member of ICE, I hope you never get warm. Okay, let's do it. I meant ice the weather, guys. The weather. Is there a single bit in tomorrow's podcast of The Line as a podcast? I guess you'll have to listen to it to find out. Though I didn't sing in that one.
Disappointing.
I don't have a live chat up or anything. How'd they take the song? Oh, they took it. Bunch of subs.
Yeah, well, they seem to like it.
You guys are literally subs. Of course you took it. Please subscribe. It means nothing to you, and it means everything to us.
You got to hit that like button. Do it early.
You guys know, it's funny because I know a lot of it is like now just we're used to it. The subscribe button doesn't really do anything for you, right? It doesn't actually change your algorithm except for maybe a day or two. And to some degree, that's great because we don't have to rely on ourselves to find out what we like. We can rely. Did you know that you used the wrong stream key on the other show, babe? And so Sunday's show with Javon is also going live right now. You got to check the stream keys and make sure they don't have duplicates, especially if it puts up like an error. Wait, it seems to say...
It says it's fine for me.
Oh, the date is what was wrong on it. It has today's date on it. You wrote the date right? And so now it just says like it's waiting or whatever. I got to fix this, people. Okay. Yeah, because it thinks there's a stream going on and it's just missing it or some shit. So I'm just going to set up redirect to this show, hit save. Oh, you already hit end stream.
Sorry, I thought you wanted me to.
I was fixing it and putting the link to the right show as the redirect, and you hit it right before I did that. So I couldn't. So we can just put in that live chat. Anyway, guys, it's very nice that it doesn't actually matter that much that you subscribe, except to us. It no longer matters to you because the algorithm's going to do what it's going to do regardless of what you do. But it helps us to have more power to collaborate with more people, to attract larger creators' attention, and to have a bigger impact when it comes. It's basically street cred. So we would very, very, very much appreciate it if you would just hit that subscribe button, because it actually is helpful in a way that does not matter for, by the way, doesn't even matter for our revenue. I'm not asking for because we'll make more money. We don't get paid on subscribers. We literally get paid on how long you watch. So how much you consume basically and how many ads YouTube can put in that time, or what portion of the premium revenue we get as a result of that watch time. So I'm not even asking for a money reason. I'm asking for a impact reason. Hit the subscribe button. You know you want to. Be a sub. Be a sub. Okay, anyway. Welcome, everybody. This is Calling It Now. I'm Jimmy Snow. This is... Introduce yourself, why don't you?
I'm Luxander Moss. I have a YouTube channel and a second YouTube channel, and mostly I'm here on the line.
Can moss survive in snow?
Yeah, yeah. It can
That's cool.
survive a lot of surprising conditions. Like here I was telling Luthien before we started that like in this part of Oregon, we have like the rainy season is in the winter, and then we have a hot, dry season in the summer. So all the moss dries out completely, and then it just like you go dump your cooler out into the moss, and it like wakes back up. It's very, very cool.
Is the reason why we call Spanish moss racist? Because it's the worst moss.
I don't know.
I mean? And so
don't know
do we
enough
do that
about
because
this.
it's found in Spain, or it is covering parts of Florida and Louisiana and makes every town that it is like infesting horrible. It's fucking disgusting. Spanish moss specifically. It looks like this gray, ugly hair, and it's just
not actually
everywhere,
moss.
and it hangs off everything.
It's an epiphytic flowering plant, so it's not even moss.
That's double racist, I think. It's so fucking ugly. It would be cool on like one willow, where it's like
they
that's
do
the
look
Spanish
cool on
moss
willows,
willow. If it was the one willow had Spanish moss, tight. It's fucking everywhere. Everywhere.
Yeah, it's like tropical, so it makes sense that it would be all over in Florida.
I mean, yeah. When you're in a place with Spanish moss, it's covering. I don't mean everywhere, like in the country. I mean everywhere.
No, I understand what you're saying.
In a Spanish moss town, all you see it's all over the fucking place, and it makes the town look so fucking ugly.
Mm-hmm.
So ugly, so ugly. Just like carnations.
It also kills the trees that it grows on. That's bad. You stop
Carnation, so ugly. Yeah, it definitely is like one of those. It's like is it a weed technically?
I don't know how we define a weed. It's parasitic. I don't know if you would call it a weed.
That I guessed. I was trying to think of the word invasive a minute ago, but it was too late. My time was gone. Sent shivers down my spine, body's aching all the time. I have a new string for that guitar because I broke it the other day, but then the way this thing strings is fucking crazy. If you want to call and debate us on anything, we're leftist. We think that MAGA's like pretty messed up. I'm willing to start trying to have conversations where we first start with some kind of like establishing we both don't trust politicians. We both don't trust billionaires, because this is the weirdest thing. I have yet to meet a person who's not, that's not true, but a lot of MAGA people are supportive of the concept of billionaires, but do not trust them. Like they know billionaires and rich people are bad in a lot of ways, but they just think that it seems to be like, yeah, but I also, it kind of reminds me of this joke, a version of a joke. I saw Gerard Carmichael years ago before we knew, before he was gay, before he was out about being gay. I saw him in Laramie, Wyoming. He was opening for Aziz Ansari, and at the University of Wyoming. And he had a joke. I forgot which joke I forgot completely what I was talking about, to tell you the truth.
Etch a sketch moment.
Yeah, I went.
That's how I describe my ADHD.
I ended up down just thinking about Wyoming. What point was I making just before that? Remembering. Okay, so a lot of people, I think, want to get rich so they can forget about where they came from. And so he had a joke about being like, now that I'm doing well, they're like, don't forget where you came from. Don't forget where you came from. And he's like, literally, I got successful to forget about where I came from. They were like, you got to give it back to the neighborhood. And he's like, but the neighborhood stole my bike. So do I want to give it back? Anyway, that was his joke years ago. And so I think that's the Republican mindset. Though Gerard Carmichael, not a Republican. Famously, in that show, my phone went off and it wasn't muted. And I had the Old Spice whistle as my notification. And then he made a joke about like, I'm expecting a guy on a horse to show up because it was Wyoming and everybody thought it was really funny. And I was like, kind of a lazy joke. That joke was a little lazy to me. Let's hear it for wearing hoodies from back when you were 2 sizes larger. And so it kind of makes you look big again.
I was going to wear a hoodie and then I was like, that's not professional enough. I need to look more professional.
Well, merch. You can wear merch.
Oh, sure. I was gonna wear my merch hoodie.
I wore a
thunder.
cloak. Yes, I wore a cloak earlier for the podcast, though. That was for the podcast.
I love busting out my
If people
cloak.
start watching the podcast, I'll get more professional.
Mm-hmm.
Those of you who watch the podcast now are the real ones. Are the very real ones.
Founding members.
The realest of reals.
Did y'all know that The Line has a podcast? That's crazy.
The Line has a podcast. If you're trying to find it, just type The Line as a podcast. Patreon.com/call the line if you want the full version. We're waiting for some calls to get screened. I don't know why. What happened with Tyler? Oh, Tyler agreed with us. Has a good argument for pro-choice.
Yeah, we don't need that.
Somebody else is calling in on abortion. What the fuck?
We're all pretty good at arguing. Well, I'm pretty good at arguing for abortion anyway. I don't know about you.
Oh, I would argue that I think it's one of my best topics, honestly.
It's an easy topic and you can hit it from so many different angles.
Yeah. You can hit it from the back just so you don't get attached. I thought Artemis was a woman until like 2 weeks ago.
Artemis?
Isn't that the name of the I like the way you kiss me. I can tell you miss me.
You don't mean the actual mythological figure. Yeah, I don't know who you're talking about.
I don't keep room for nonsense gods. They're all kind of nonsense, but they are all nonsense. They're ruining. Artemis isn't ruining everybody else's lives.
That's true. What can we talk about today? We're taking calls from MAGA primarily. We'll talk about abortion. We'll talk about trans rights. We'll talk about ICE and immigration. Do you have anything you particularly want to talk about today?
The correct way to tie a knot in a guitar string. These ones don't have caps. You have to knot them to do this string.
I don't tie a knot when I do. I guess I sort of do. It's like a knot gets tied in the process of tightening it up. I have a guitar.
So at the end of a guitar string, there's a little piece of metal on a lot that attaches. But certain types of guitar use a different size, so you don't use those. You make a little knot in the end.
Which end are you talking about? Are you talking about the nut end?
Not the nut end.
Okay, you're talking about the top end. Okay.
Instead of the little ring, the little cap, you tie a knot.
Okay. I have an acoustic guitar. Maybe my shit's just different.
No, grab your acoustic guitar.
Thread it through. Yeah.
Grab it.
The way that I do mine, you thread it through the hole and then you twist it.
That's the nut end.
I don't think that you're correct. I think that this is the nut. Or no, this is the bridge.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. So I have these post thingies.
So if you pull those pegs out, there will be at the end of the string
a little
metal thing.
Yeah.
That catches and holds it.
Yeah.
These aren't that size.
Okay, I got it.
Babe, are we just losing every caller? What's going on? We got calls.
Their audio was terrible. I told them to call back.
Okay. All right, we're going to check the screening. You can do it. I can tie a knot in a cherry stem. I can tell you about Leif Erikson. I know all the words. Udecolores. I've said, so I have a problem where, and well, she's now screening a call, so she can't, but she'll testify to this. If you just say a phrase that's in a song that's readily available in my head, now I'm thinking about the song. So I said tie a knot, and now I'm thinking about, is that Flowbots? I can tie a knot in a cherry
stem. It is the Flowbots. You are violently ADHD.
No, I am not. I'm literally not. Audio fixations is an autism thing.
All right.
I can sit down and study because I have to for hours. Now tell me I have ADHD.
I mean, I am also capable of sitting down and doing things that I must do.
No, you're not.
Okay.
I'm positive you cannot do it linearly. I've known you long enough. And then you need other things. I can sit, my counting takes 6 hours and I can just take a break to eat. I could just sit down, do it. 3 hours, take a food
break. If I had a
task
task like accounting, I would actually be very curious to see how easy that is because I feel like it's a sequential, like it's one step after the other, and that kind of makes tasks easier to stay engaged in.
And I'm saying it's also like not just that I can do it, I'm fine doing it.
You're not like this is excruciating.
I gotta do the accounting at some point this week, so I gotta fit it in where I want. Right now, the worst thing is I want to play 7 Days to Die. And so anything that's taking that away. I have never said I have ADHD. It's a weird thing that people really want to insist I have. It's fine that I don't have it. I'm
just making fun of you at this point.
I don't have it. And I'm not trans, despite the conspiracies that I'm
you're not an egg.
I'm an egg. I'm not even egg-like. I get gender euphoria from toxic masculinity. That, if anything, that's what I've had to get rid of. Being toxically masculine is appealing to me. Like, I have to stop myself, not just from masculinity, that's fine. I also tend to want to emasculate men to show my dominance, for example. But I don't do that. So that's how not an egg I am. I like all of it, but I don't do the bad ones because I'm also capable of empathy and thinking through it.
We get it. You get a cookie for abdicating your place in the patriarchy. We get it.
Sapphic Hazard with Jimmy is problematically cis. Exactly.
You get a pass because you employ like a significant percentage of trans people in your company.
Exactly. It's called tokens. At a certain point, if you collect enough of them, the accusations stop.
Exactly.
They're Pokemon cards. Trans people are Pokemon cards. Okay?
You have a trans man, you have a non-binary, and you have 2 trans women. One of them is even a trans woman of color. Wow.
Wow. What Pokemon type would trans people be? Fairy? That's more gay people.
Rude.
Well, it's queer. I'm just going with queer.
Yeah. I think dragon type.
Dragon?
Yeah.
Huh. Or would you have to mix it like trans women are one type, trans men are another type, and the rest are some other type?
Probably something like that. Or like a combo type, like dragon fairy or something like that.
Yeah. You heard it here first. Everything outside the binary is a monolith.
Mm-hmm.
They're all the same.
We are all the same.
See, whatever Sylveon is, because Sylveon is trans colors. That's fairy. Okay, but here's the thing. When we talk about tokenism, people are going to be like, at some point, some racist is going to ask, so what Pokemon type is? I don't want to just go there, you know?
No.
I don't want to get there. Two callers have given up. I don't know what's going on. If you want to call and debate us on anything, 336-543-2101. I'm going to look up how to tie a knot in a cherry stem and tell you about Leif Erikson. I know all the words. I am a little bit hyper today.
I've been in spouts.
I've been coming up and down and up and down. Probably because right before this, I listened to the first half, not first half, maybe the first 25% of the Hamilton soundtrack. And that just always puts me in a good mood.
I have to say, I just refreshed the stream to double check. There are almost 800 people in here, and there are only 180 likes on this video. Like the video. If you are bored and you want us to get some callers, like the video. It immediately translates. You hit like, more viewers come in. It's literally 1-to-1 almost.
Have you guys seen that crazy thing that happens if you double tap the screen, though?
I haven't.
Trick them.
Oh, they're okay. I see what you're doing.
On vertical.
On the mobile.
On vertical, it does the thing.
Mm-hmm.
My voice is so nice. Why are we lying to me now? I have that perfect comedy voice where my voice is bad enough that it's kind of funny. And so funny songs are a little bit funnier.
It's like Stephen Lynch a little bit. Yeah.
It's, you know who has that, but with a beautiful voice, a beautiful comedy voice, unironically, is Jack Black.
Oh.
He never misses a note, but he does it kind of funny. So it'd be like, what an unfair thing to do. And he'll even make a funny shape with his mouth when he says, no. And so it's funny, but he's perfectly on. And then he goes, and again, he'll make the funny shape with his mouth, but the note will be sustained and perfect. It's a weird.
He's got very good tonal control.
He is a really annoyingly talented in general.
I'm still so hung up on him, like literally, like they literally became Hollywood Jack in the Rage Cage. Like they're still on a break.
Yeah, I am annoyed at him about that.
Yeah.
The thing that the whole.
But he's an excellent performer.
You need to come out and be like, I capitulated. Maybe he shouldn't have said it, but my pearl clutching over Kyle, suggesting it was bad that certain marksmen, certain shooters weren't marksmen, that maybe you could chill the fuck out. Can you imagine Rage Against the Machine blowing up over that? Like the drummer is just crazy. Like, just get him next time. And the Rage is just like, guys, no. They'd literally be like, we just added 7 more dates.
Disappointment. Someone in chat,
Kyle
Kyle did nothing wrong. True.
Yeah. I'm just saying that I agree.
Talk about anarchism. Call in.
Well, MAGA. Can we get a poll? Find out how many MAGAs here and get them to call in. And I'm going to start
step away for a second. Hold on.
E-string. Okay. There's a cat pooping on Luxander's car, and that's why Lux has to go. Get out of here. I was making it up. I just heard a cat purr. Oh, wait. That's my... I heard sounds from my thing. That's what happened. I still had my strings... I was connected. Kyle used to live near me, was a legend at my high school. That's cool. Olivia says, now that you blame the Spanish of all bad things... No, I didn't. I asked whether or not we are racist if it's called Spanish Mas because America names things for racist reasons. Okay, so when somebody tried to prematurely end Donald Trump's presidency, Kyle Gass on stage said something along the lines of "stop missing" or "don't miss next time." And Jack Black, in the moment, actually didn't even hear him say that. And so then afterwards, when he found out, he basically parted ways, at least temporarily. They canceled the remainder of their tour, and he parted ways with Kyle Gass. Kyle Gass is the guitarist in the second most, he's the second half of Tenacious D. There are obviously other, they changed drummers and shit like that. So that's what happened. This is an Enya guitar. I like it because it has a built-in tuner and a speaker, and it's made of carbon fiber, so you don't really have to worry about, you could just throw it in your, until calls come in, I'm more than content taking super chat questions, because I genuinely didn't even want to do the show today. But MAGA, if you want to call in and tell us, what's up, dude? MAGA, what's up? What is up with your guy? What is up with supporting Donald Trump still? What is up with supporting ICE? What is up with supporting the tariffs? What are you doing supporting the tariffs, guy? What are we doing with Donald Trump has created what does he call it? A board of peace for Gaza. A board of peace, and invited, and subsequently, apparently, he has accepted Vladimir Putin is on the America Board of Peace now. Guys, be so real. I'm 30. I think it's too late to learn guitar. I disagree. In fact,
it super
I've mentioned this before. I ironically, doesn't mean I think AI is good, for the record, because a lot of people think a lot of my takes are me saying AI is good, which I've never fucking once said fucking ever. It's here, and you should be realistic about it, not that it's good. Anyway, all that complaining I was doing was to then say, ironically, what is the velocity of an unladen swallow? I want to say 50 cc's. Oh, like the bird. Okay. Anyway, this is what you have to do at the end of the string, which this was a bad knot I tied. It's literally.
Okay, I see what you're talking about. Yeah, you need to have something to stop it from slipping out. Got it. Okay.
Yes, but the caps are too big. Yeah. Okay, what was I saying? 30. I ironically now find it. Is it still open? Do I have the wrong one? Did I mute the wrong one? No, I muted the right one. Oh, it's on. It's the speaker. I ironically find that the existence of AI, the proliferation of AI, lowers there's now a value into being bad but human, which is kind of cool. And so
I've seen
actually find
people drawing pets badly, and it's a whole genre now.
Matthew, I started realistically actually learning woodworking at 30 as well. I'm 35 now. I always liked it a little bit, but...
You still possess so much neuroplasticity in your 30s. Oh my God, it is not a death sentence. The average human lifespan has always been, if you discount child deaths, it has always been 60, 70 years old. 30s, you're still young. You're still vivacious. You can still learn things, do things. Building mastery also is a great way to manage your anxiety.
Yeah, it's good for you. I'm actually thinking about getting back into piano again too.
Ooh,
I bought
me too.
for Christmas this Rolly piano, which has it has light up keys. I should get a sponsorship. I shouldn't be bringing these guys up for free.
Yeah,
and
no kidding.
In fact, they definitely have some quality control issues they want to get through. I'm waiting to get even a response because they have so many. They are way behind on responding. Mine came with scuffs all over. I don't think you can see it very well, with scuffs all over it.
I could see that, yeah.
Quality control was piss poor. But you can also then get this thing, which you put behind it, that has infrared cameras, and it will correct your fingering as well. You can learn. So it's got lit up keys. It's got games where you can play kind of like Guitar Hero. You can do your scales where you're as you're hitting the ones, it's also shooting asteroids and shit like that. So it's just cool new ways to learn instruments. And so I would say that I went a solid decade without really servicing my instrument skills. And now I'm back to servicing them because in a way, AI has taken a lot of the pressure off. People find it charming for you to be human and bad more than AI and good.
I'm getting more into 2D. I pulled out my sketchbook, one of my old sketchbooks, to start just doing still lifes and object observance practices and stuff. So yeah. Or watercolor, also a thing that I'm getting into.
Yeah.
Gay.
Have you guys considered that maybe the problem is that you're gay?
It's a significant life consequence.
All right, here we go. Michelle in Georgia. Michelle in Georgia, you are on the line with Jimmy and Luxander.
How you guys doing?
Just fine.
Cool beans.
What do you want to present to us?
I just wanted to reiterate something that is kind of left on the sideline. We're having a lot of problems in Minneapolis, right? Of course, with some fraud going on, et cetera. It's a big problem, right? Because
no, it isn't. It actually isn't. The state was already doing a very successful and competent job of
I was going to
going after the people.
But you interrupted me. Are we going to be able to speak, or is it going to
be...
If
you say something incorrect, we will interrupt you.
Hey, Michelle, just so you know, if you say, and I've muted you to explain this to you, yes, I will interrupt if you keep talking after you set up a question and say, it's a real problem, right? As though you are inviting me to respond after you say right. If then you're trying to continue on, it means that you're wanting to do narrative painting where the implication of agreement has happened. That's why brushing past it. It's actually a debate tactic that is bad to do. And you shouldn't do it if you have a good side. So now that now that you understand this, Michelle, that if you set up, this is a real problem, right? And you don't plan to stop to let me respond, that will indeed be when I interrupt you. But now I will unmute you and you can go on and make your next point instead of complaining that you were not allowed to gish gallop as you were planning to.
I wasn't planning on it. It's just a figure of speech. It's the nature of habit. In 2017, Somalians were bringing children into the United States. The ages were approximately 4 to about 12. There is no exit of those children. Those children cannot be found. Their organs, they were taken for their organs, and they did it. Remember when, I'm not going to say right. Remember when they were saying they're eating the dogs, the Haitians, they're eating the dogs, they're eating the cats.
Wait, so are you not going to stop and let us respond? Wait, Michelle. So you said you're not trying to gish gallop. You've now, excuse me, Michelle. Excuse me. You've now made another point and tried to jump to another one about the child trafficking and organ harvesting and then you're trying to jump now to voodoo without stopping. And Michelle,
well, it's a whole bunch of things.
Michelle, you don't have proof of this stuff. This is a conspiracy theory you believe in.
If it's a conspiracy theory, then why are the Democrats calling it truth?
When have the Democrats called it
down?
when have the Democrats, and by the way, I'm not a Democrat, when have the Democrats called it true that Somalians were trafficking children for organ harvesting, which was the claim you just made?
It is a fact. You can look it up.
Excuse-
It is the reality, is truth that's happened here in the United States. I don't understand why people
I'm sorry,
don't realize how
Michelle, you don't
dangerous
understand the
world
question.
is.
You said, why are the Democrats calling it true? My question to you was, when did the Democrats call it true? I'd be interested to find out when the Republicans called it true, to also, that Somalians were bringing children into the country for the sake of organ harvesting.
Do you have a computer in front of you? Do you have
Yeah, can you tell me what
Michelle,
year it was?
the
Like, because I'll
question
Google
is,
it.
when
2017.
When did Democrats?
2017. I'm giving you facts, and you don't want to listen.
2017, and where?
When did Democrats? The Democrats and the Republicans came together, and they realized that this happened. I don't understand why the Democrats don't realize that we have some serious issues going on in the world. You don't mention the women who were raped, murdered, and taken away.
Okay, so Michelle,
We are not Democrats.
nope. We're going to stop you again, Michelle. You are now trying to gish gallop. You said, I just gave you when. You only gave me the year. So now we are going to investigate that. So I'm going to write, when did Democrats say that Somalians in Minnesota were trafficking children for the sake of organ harvesting? Because I am going to fact check whether or not this ever happened, since all you're giving me is a year, Michelle. There is no record that I can find thus far. There's no record I can find thus far of Democrats admitting. I see the Somali fraud rings that people have brought up, a reminder that the fraud happening in Minnesota was very aptly being pursued by the government there under Tim Walz, that many people had already been indicted, were on trial, had gone to prison, and that was a continuing thing that was going on. Nick Shirley, visibly stupid man aside. Let's see, waiting to find, so cover the front hearing. Let's see. You're saying you're the caller saying 2017. Let's see if we can find it. Because I don't think we're going to be able to. I think you are a conspiracy theorist, and these are the types of evidences conspiracy theorists use. Instead of giving you a direct source, we'll just say, well, how come this other unverified fact, as though we all know this as common knowledge, though no one knows it as common knowledge? And there are no answers. And I'm literally switching between Google and Perplexity, which has the ability to check all of the AI sources. So literally it checks with Grok, which is often the ones you guys want me to check. Often, and then it also checks with Google. It checks with Claude. It checks with all of them. Nothing like that. So now I'm going to unmute you, Michelle, and you're going to tell me, how do I find the evidence that Republican or Democrat exposed that Somalians were trafficking children, A, and B, for the purposes of organ harvesting? I'm now unmuting you.
Oh, that was really easy, because what you do is you can, make me look like a fool. I'm telling you the truth.
It is very easy to make you look like a fool. Great. Michelle, how do I find it? Michelle, I don't want to believe it until I have good reason to believe it. So, Michelle, where do I find the evidence? Because you said you can just Google and find it. I'm over here doing it, and I'm not finding it. So you tell me where to go find it, and I will look at it. I'll read it out for everybody. But it's not my fault you have a claim without a source.
Yes, unfortunately, it is a pervasive and underreported crime. So.
No, not underreported. Not reported at all, Michelle.
Child sex trafficking.
Michelle,
also.
not reported at all. Where can I find evidence that your claim has ever been reported?
Okay, so I need to go on the computer with you?
Great.
Are we going to put me on hold?
No, you can sit on the phone and talk. You can't do both at the same time. You expected me to do it. You said you can Google it. You can't Google and phone at the same time?
Because
it's crazy that you believe something this insane and you don't have any evidence for it.
Excuse me, I do not have somebody else in the room Googling for me. I just did it. You could literally watch the video, see that my hands were down on a keyboard, and I'm looking at the computer I'm doing it at.
happened. I know you don't want to believe it, but it did.
Michelle, if it
Unfortunately, there's a
actually,
lot of
excuse
things
me,
that we don't know about.
and I'm gonna mute you again because you are now lying. Because you are intentionally making the statement, you don't want to believe it. False. That is an incorrect statement. If it happened, I want to believe it. No matter what the truth is, I always want to know it. So if it happened, if God exists, if Joseph Smith was a real prophet, any claim a person has, if it is true, I want to believe it, Michelle. So I am asking you for the source. If you prove to me that people are trafficking children into America to organ harvest, it would be hard not to make my whole life about exposing that. You just can't prove it. So now I will unmute you again and wait for the proof.
Look it up. You'll find it. Go to the state government. Go to trafficking cases in Somalia. Look back
Michelle,
on the website. Go to
Michelle, I looked it up.
United States government.
I looked it up.
Both
none
did.
of it.
So
none of what you just described happened.
I try to speak, and you guys put me on mute.
Yep.
I can't speak. You know, you try to make a fool out of people, like we're
Michelle,
so stupid and things like that. But
are you going to offer the proof?
Living the best life.
Hey, Michelle, are you going to offer
the best life? Look
are you
on the Homeland Security U.S. Department.
I've already looked for it. Great. Read the link to me.
Okay. Let me get. I'm trying to speak to you because I only have my phone, so I'm kind of like off key. You can put me.
Well,
on
I've just Googled Homeland Security Somalian
and come back.
No, we're not going anywhere, Michelle. We're just keeping the conversation live. If you are done and you're giving up, you can give up.
I'm not afraid of anything.
I just Googled Homeland Security, Somalis trafficking, organ harvesting. I am literally on Google finding no results. In fact, Google's AI overview says no credible or recent information from official U.S. government sources linking DHS investigations with a network of Somalis involved in organ harvesting. So I'll just go ahead and write, by the way, we haven't even isolated down to children yet. I can't find any organ harvesting. I'll go ahead and add 2017 in since that was the date you said.
Harvesting in the USA.
Mm-hmm.
Again, it's crazy that you believe this, but you have to look it up in order to confirm this insane thing that you believe.
Literally.
Well, it's not like I woke up and believed it. You know what I mean?
No, you listened to a podcast. Hey, Michelle, did we go to the moon?
Yes, boss. Right. Yes, of course.
We did land on the moon.
Yes. Are you going to?
Do you believe Hillary Clinton is behind a pedophile ring?
I know nothing about Hillary Clinton and sexual activities.
Do you believe that she is the head of a ring of pedophiles?
No.
It's very convenient.
No, sir,
and yet a person who's here clearly repeating Alex Jones stuff. Do you not know which Alex Jones conspiracies you want to buy into?
I don't buy into any of that at all. I'm not looking for conspiracies. I'm just saying that we have a lot more problems than we're making it out to be.
I want to know what you saw. Can you be specific? What you saw, what you read, what you heard that made you believe that there is an epidemic of child trafficking in the U.S. for the purpose of killing them and harvesting their organs?
The only thing that I heard from reputable sources was that in 2017,
that's not an answer.
For some reason, they were allowing
what sources?
Children in.
Tell me where you heard it specifically.
I forget when the Somali children were allowed to like come and they were being brought in. It was a big ordeal.
Hey, MAGA,
so
surely you have some non-conspiracy theorists, right? Like this is the best you're going to send us right now? Michelle, who thinks that with no proof. Who was the reliable source you heard it from, Michelle? You said reliable source. Who was that?
It was on the news. I forget who it was.
Yeah. Which channel of news?
I'm not really on the news channel. I'm more on my computer, and I'm just scrolling through.
Great. Which places on your computer? It feels like you're trying to avoid answering. Would you say this probably was on Alex Jones? Would you say Alex Jones is a reliable news source?
Like, were you scrolling Twitter? Is that what this is coming
from?
from?
I just go through and I listen to like a little bit.
Oh, so this is a fact that happened, but you listen to a little bit and you don't actually know where it came from.
No, you were asking the names, so like I don't write down the names of the people.
But you know
so
it happened
I don't know
for a
the
fact,
names,
but you don't know where you heard it or where the sources are coming from. Just that you called it a reliable news source. Well, if you're just scrolling Twitter, how do you know it was a reliable news source?
Well, it wasn't Twitter. It was on the news, you know. It was
Which
on the news
news?
when you press news for the news for the United States. I
Which
understand
news?
you guys.
Was this through like Google? Google has a little thing that you can scroll to the left side of your, or is it Bixby? Like, where are you getting this information?
You know, when you're on YouTube and then you press the news.
Okay, so
when you're on YouTube
literally just a conspiracist on YouTube, and you're claiming it's a reputable source. You know, like CBS is on YouTube and CNN are on YouTube. So if you saw it from CBS or CNN, you could actually call that out. But what instead you have is probably some crackpot out of their mother's basement talking about bullshit, making baseless claims, and you're willing to believe that random person on YouTube and call that reputable?
Is Alex Jones a reliable news source? In your opinion?
I don't even know who that is. My bad. I don't even know who that is. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm. What about Matt Walsh? Would you say Matt Walsh is a reliable news source?
Matt Walsh. I've heard of him.
What about
Daily
Candace
Wire?
Owens? Do you think Candace Owens is a reliable news source?
I think that she has incredible things to say, right? So,
do you think that Candace Owens is a reliable news source?
Would I say that Candace Owens is a reliable news source? Yes, I would say that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I'm supposed to admit, right? I'm not going to pretend with you guys.
No, Michelle, I'm glad you're admitting it. I'm glad that we're now at a place where you called in and you wanted to just jump past things that you're saying are facts that you have no proof of. You know, like how Candace Owens keeps insisting Emmanuel Macron's wife has a penis, despite the fact they've now proven that isn't true in multiple ways, and yet she is sitting by it. The way she said this date that's coming up will be a huge 9/11 level day. This tweet will age well, and then it didn't happen. Kind of like the way people who believe in psychics notice all the things they got right or all the things that are obscure and you could make right and ignore all of the things they get wrong. And so you don't actually know that she has any proof. You just know that she claimed it. And because it's an unfalsifiable claim, no one has proven it wrong because that would be impossible.
Right. The only person that can prove that it's wrong would be a gynecologist, right? So that's none of our business who he decides to sleep with or if the person is or isn't. I don't think it changes much of anything.
And yet she is staking her entire company on her claim and seems to be making it completely, despite the fact she's facing a lawsuit and that she has evidence that she's wrong. And yet she thinks it's extremely important.
No, but I would never do that. But can I ask you a question, just a real quick question before I go? Since you guys are really in the know, I would like to know, because you said that you're not Democrat, so you're not a Republican either, so you must be an independent, or you might not be anything. It doesn't matter. I'm not asking that question. Here's the question. My question to you is, what happened to the reparations? And what happened to getting all of our college debt taken away? What happened to all those promises that the Dems made and they never accomplished? Because they got all the votes, you know?
Ask a Democrat.
Make it happen.
I can tell you the answer, but you could also ask a Democrat.
Kamala Harris,
Biden ended up
all those things, and
I'm sorry,
and
now I'm answering your question.
Got people to vote for them.
Oh. Great. And now I'm going to answer your question. There was first of all, when it came to the debt, you were saying, what about the reparations? Biden never promised reparations. If you're talking about reparations as in to Black Americans, Biden would not be based enough to fucking do that. He's a coward. But regarding the student loan stuff, he literally kept getting stopped by a combination of the Congress and the Supreme Court. He had a bigger majority, the way Donald Trump, for example, has a majority, and yet isn't bringing affordability down or anything like that. Had he had an actual majority, maybe he would have been able to do more. He did what he could by executive order, and now Donald Trump has been undoing those executive orders. So the thing is, and a lot of people in the MAGA cult can't grasp this, is a president is not the only person with the power to deliver their promises. And many of the promises they make do require that they have the collaboration of a Congress, of a Supreme Court. And so the promises that he made that weren't, first of all, he did deliver on some promises. Again, not a Democrat, not fond of his time as a president. But I know how to answer your question, because just because I'm not on some side, I don't leave questions open because I find it politically advantageous to not know the answer. So that I, like you, Michelle, can ask a very basic question that, for somebody who seems to be aware of Google, seems to refrain from using it when the question is easy to answer, such as now. He was restrained by the fact that he had not even a majority. He had a 50-50 Senate, only a majority because Kamala Harris, as the vice president, could break the tie. And then he had basically within there 2 Democrats who were basically also Republicans, Joe Manchin, Kyrsten Sinema. So there you go, Michelle. That was the answer to your questions. Why you said reparations is silly. He never promised reparations. Nor have I ever heard a single Republican actually state what an example of reparations anybody is actually proposing would look like.
Yeah, they have a lot on the table. Only a few people are getting the money.
I'm sorry, what does that mean?
Yeah.
You literally have no idea what I just said. That was the dumbest response.
About what is the dumb response? Well, let me start off by saying something. Can I say something? You call people Trumpsters and Trumpers and MAGA idiots and things like that, but you realize that I haven't called you a demo rat or an indigestion, being an independent.
Cool.
Like, I've been super
that would be
respectful
dumb because
to
neither
you, and
apply
like
to me.
you're cutting
I actually
me
didn't
off
call
and
you a MAGA
trying to
idiot,
make me look like
but
an
I'm not a
idiot.
Democrat or an
And I don't
independent.
understand why you would do that.
Uh-huh. Why I would do what?
You know, you guys are showing like you don't even have one Republican friend. Is that person not?
You have
Michelle,
repugnant
worthy of being your
opinions,
friend?
and we are not going to be polite about letting you know that you believe in sane shit.
Yeah. Michelle, you didn't just call in as a Republican and as a MAGA. You literally are trying to bastardize an entire ethnic group of people on the basis of conspiracies that you believe and have no proof for. Michelle, you're
lived
a
all
piece
over the
of
world,
shit.
my friend. I know a lot.
And yet,
you guys,
you're living
piece of
under a
shit.
rock, apparently. You don't
When
know
you
what the
come
fuck has been
across
going
it-
on for the last 6 years.
You're still a piece of shit. I don't care how many places you've lived. If you try to
You know what?
demonize an
Fuck you guys.
ethnic
Fuck
group,
you.
fuck you.
You
Fuck
too,
you,
bro.
Michelle.
Bye.
Fuck you guys. Fuck you. Oh no, what will we do? Oh, guys, we have to cancel the channel. Michelle said fuck you and I can't handle it. Michelle said fuck you. By the way, literally showed you're not better than what you were just saying. You're like, how dare, and you say this and you say this. I have these other values. You shouldn't be doing it. And then you end. It's like the people who are like, you should never kill somebody for their speech. But then if somebody on their side gets killed for what they think is their speech, they go, actually, now I think it's cool to kill people for their speech. Then it wasn't a value of yours. It's not a value of yours if you do it, if you insist other people do it to stop you from doing it. If I say stealing is wrong, and so I don't steal, that's a value of mine. If I say stealing is wrong, but I'm going to steal because other people steal, then that's not a value of mine. It's not a value if you only hold it if other people hold to it and you give it away if they don't. And so after that little stupid fucking where, why are you guys talking like this? Why are you talking like this? You don't value not swearing at people, not being insulting. If you're saying it's your value not to do that, and then that's how you ended the call, it's not a value of yours, you fucking hypocrite. Oh my God.
Being a skeptic is the greatest schism between me and other people. Like, more than my being trans, more than my being pro-abortion, more than anything else about me and my approach to life. Like, the fact that I actually give a shit about whether the things that I believe are true is like, and that's, it feels like an insane thing for that to be the main difference between, that makes it so hard for me to exist in society. But like, That's a clear example of it just then. Like, I'm willing to believe, like, of course, like you said, if there is a child trafficking ring for organ harvesting, that's like issue number 2 behind climate change. Like, that's a big deal. I want to know because I want to be shouting it from the rooftops.
I would dedicate my life to it in part.
Legitimately. Yeah. That's like the whole reason why we keep going on and on about Epstein is because a child sex trafficking ring with potential snuff films is a fucking government destroying problem. Like, we need to know the truth about that. So yeah, Jesus Christ. It's
Baby,
a
all
nightmare.
I want for Christmas is proof.
Hey bro, Spoker 2006 in the chat, call in, say that shit to my face.
Why aren't you calling in? I didn't see actually.
Transphobia over and over again.
To live chat. I'm not getting the good one. I'm not getting the goods.
I know.
It's too late. I can't see it.
I know.
Somebody screenshot it and send it to me in the Discord.
Something about me having a dick.
I'll put it in the Zoom. We can always tell. We can always tell.
Listen.
We can always tell.
If everybody's confused, I'm sorry. I know I'm so cute, but I use they, them pronouns. Okay? Calm down.
All I want for Christmas is you. I think you're the person I mess pronouns up on the most because somewhere in my brain, I'm like, I know I need to get it right.
Mm-hmm.
And then I do it wrong because my brain thinks I need to be correcting from whatever I'm defaulting to. This happens way more with non-binary people than it happens with, like, trans women. Truly in my brain, I forget are trans. So it doesn't really happen. But then I have those non-binary friends where it's like, okay, I know it's unique. And then I fuck up because I think my brain just knows to be like extra cautious. It's a paradigm of transphobia resistance.
I'm pretty much not going to be offended if any of my friends or co-hosts on the line fuck up my pronouns.
Yeah.
I probably won't even say anything. The chat will do it for me. I don't need to say anything. I know that y'all care about me and you're not doing it on purpose.
If it's not to insult, it's kind of one of those things where I can't make this joke because I'm not trans. I was going to say, like, as long as you're doing it while objectifying me and not to insult me, it's fine.
Exactly.
But that's a joke that would come out of my mouth if I was trans. I'm not, because I've wanted to be objectified my whole life. Just failed.
That's the only thing that's bad about being a cis man is not being objectified enough.
Please objectify me. Please make me do unholy things in your imagination. Not one person put me in a bikini with grok. Not one person.
Terrible. I do have to say,
terrible shit. Yeah, that shit is terrible.
I do have to say for chat, by the way, I'm married. Can you calm the fuck down on the sexual harassment at my job? Thank you. You're very weird.
Wait, what was happening?
Just a bunch of people talking about my penis. Like, calm the fuck down.
Which one?
Which of my 3?
Which of your penises are they talking about? All I want for Christmas is peen.
We knew that about you, Jimmy.
In Florida. Robert, you're on the line with Jimmy and Luxander. Did you figure out your audio issue, Robert?
Yes, I think.
How old are you, Robert?
24.
Why are we whispering, Robert?
24.
And who'd you vote for in 2024?
I can't vote.
Why not?
I'm not American.
Oh. Are you here legally, or is this going to be scary for you? What if ICE is watching this call?
Oh, well, I'm legal, but I don't know if ICE cares.
You're legal, but are you visibly brown? Because you're probably still fucked if so.
I'm brown, but I'm the black kind of brown, where it's not like the red flag, more the orange flag.
Okay. So you're more likely to get pulled over for not actually speeding than as an immigration check?
Yeah.
I got you.
Different kind of problem. Yeah.
God bless America. God, I fucking hate ice. I wish we could take it out with a flamethrower. We've got an ice storm coming up this weekend, and I wish it's going to freeze in Austin. And I wish we could use a flamethrower on all that ice so that people don't slip.
Damn regulations.
Anyway, Robert, what were you calling it about?
Abortion.
And what point do you want to make about abortion?
Well, I've listened to your show primarily with Jovan, and I don't like your pro-choice position.
Okay, what don't you like about it?
So even when it comes to fetuses that you acknowledge are sentient, you still think it's a birthing person's right to abort, like for
Correct.
any
Why do
reason.
I believe that?
You believe this because you believe you put a lot of strength or power in bodily autonomy and consent.
Okay, but let's go
Like, I
with
feel
why
like
do I think that not only should it be protected, that it is amongst the most important to protect, that it's actually disproportionately, like really important that we protect a person's right to a late-term abortion.
Maybe I missed that. You can enlighten.
Okay. Well, let's let you finish up your theory of everything here, and we'll. But I'm almost certain I will. But I'd rather give you a little bit more. There's people in the comments saying I'm not letting people I disagree with give enough of their side of things. So I'm going to break through that and let you continue on, and I will give you my full answer. Because if you've been watching. So far, you've left out the most important part, but what else do you want to present for your whole, like, abortion is, it says you told the screener abortion is mostly wrong. Are you also against pre-sentient abortions? Like, you've only been pregnant for 12 weeks?
Honestly, no.
Okay. So you're only worried about late-term abortions?
Yeah.
And so upon what basis do you believe that the government should play a part in assessing whether a late-term abortion is okay?
So I do acknowledge the risk with letting the government make these decisions, but there's also a risk in allowing the government to make decisions about what murder is anyway. And I think we do want the government to enforce that it is almost always wrong to like shoot an innocent person, for example. Now, you could say, oh, but if the government gets to decide who's innocent, then, they could just say black people are de facto guilty and then it will be legal. So, yeah, there's always that risk, but we still take that risk, right? That's why I think the government can say that later.
What if you're shooting is it wrong to shoot a person if they are connected, if they've connected their body to your body and you'd like that to stop? You don't want them to any longer be connected to your body? Is it okay to shoot them in that scenario?
Think it's wrong. Yeah, I think it's okay. But I'll tell you my issue with violinist arguments. I think what's missing from all violinist arguments is the fact that in the violinist arguments, the fetus or whatever person, musician, whatever, gets attached to like almost no like you didn't cause it in all of these analogies. I feel like that's really missing, and I think that matters a lot. So
I don't agree with you. If your intent was not to be pregnant, then you are still a victim of a circumstance for which you were not consenting to.
I agree, but the issue with it is if let's say God was real, right, and he's evil. Like, I don't know. I guess that's what Christians believe.
Why? Why do we need an abortion argument that starts with magic guy exists?
Yeah, why are we jumping to this?
Well, okay. I mean, let me try to use something else. The reason I wanted to do this is because naturally, and I don't see nature as like something we should follow, but naturally, we know. Most adults know that one of the consequences of having sex is the risk of pregnancy. I mean, my wife and I know that, for instance. That's why we have an IUD, and that's why, right? But I mean,
people get pregnant with IUDs.
It is unfortunate.
Yeah, people do get pregnant with all forms of birth control. As a matter of fact, I have a question for you. I just want to jump in here with a question, Robert, because like what you're getting toward is consenting to sex involves some amount of consent to pregnancy. If you drive a car, do you consent to be T-boned at the intersection? Because that's a risk that you're taking.
Yeah, it is. It is an understanding, yeah.
Well, no, but do you consent to someone ramming your car with their car?
No, but
Okay. So here's another question that I have. I
Mhm.
want to bring it back a little bit. Do you believe that
Mhm.
if you consent to initiate sex, that you can revoke that consent in the middle of the sex act? Like, let's say if there's a woman who has sex with a man and the man wants to keep going, but the woman says stop, you think she has permission to say stop, and that if the man continues, that's now sexual assault?
Yes.
Then please explain to me how consent to sex means consent to ongoing invasive pregnancy.
Hmm. Yeah, so I think the huge difference here with these different comparisons is the fact that in the case of abortion, when we make it so that our body is well, I can't get pregnant, but when people who can get pregnant make it so that another person, which I mean, I think we agree that they're persons after sentience. When you make it
No,
so
I
that
don't.
this person
I
becomes,
don't, but whatever.
I don't.
So here's the
I think it's
question.
much more
I
complicated.
I have
than just
another
after
question that I
sentence.
want to run by you. So
wait,
if
wait,
a
wait.
woman,
You've
hold
asked
on,
me.
hold on,
You've
hold on,
asked
hold on,
me
hold on.
two or
I
three
want to
questions.
finish
You've
answering
asked
my
me
line of
questions.
questioning. Thank you very much. So
Okay.
if a woman is
Okay.
having sex with a man and she says, I need you
Mhm.
to stop, and he keeps going, do you
Yeah.
think she has a right to violent self-defense, including potentially killing the man who has just become her rapist?
Yeah. She can explode
Okay,
him with
so
her mind.
in the same
Mhm.
way, if you get pregnant and you didn't want to be pregnant, there is now, I'm just going to grant
Mhm.
you the idea that it's a whole other separate person. There is now an entire separate
Yeah.
person inside your body, sexually inside your body, in the same way that a man is inside your body when you don't want him to be inside your body. So at any point during
Mhm.
that process, you can say, no, I don't want this person to be inside my body anymore. And because pregnancy
Mhm.
inherently includes a threat to the life of the person who's pregnant, because we have the highest maternal mortality rate in this country of any developed nation, you have a right to violent
Mhm.
self-defense, including
Mhm.
killing that fetus to get it the fuck out of your body. Why is it different if a man is violating your body versus if a fetus is violating your body?
I think it's pretty much all comes down to moral agents versus patients.
Can you repeat that? You're mumbling.
It all comes down for me, and maybe you can convince me otherwise. But it comes down to moral agency versus being a moral patient.
So what if the man who's raping you is like
Mhm.
very mentally incapacitated and maybe doesn't understand what he's doing? Do you think you lose the right to violent self-defense when he's raping you?
No.
If
So
someone hits your car by
here's what.
accident, do you think you still consent to like
Wait.
having that
You're
person like
asking me a
not
bunch of
have
questions, and
consequences?
you're not allowing me to ask any questions.
I don't
I feel
really
like
care
that's
about your
unfair.
opinion because you're trying to like create some kind of
Okay.
like, oh,
So
these are
why the
different
fuck am I here?
situations. Oh, it's so different.
No,
Like,
I'm
no,
gonna
it doesn't
explain.
matter.
You have not allowed me to explain what the difference is. You're just gestalting. Come on, let me get in.
What's the difference between a deeply mentally incapacitated person raping you
Mm-hmm.
versus a fetus inhabiting your body without your permission? Because you could argue
Thank
that
you.
they
Kind
both
of.
lack
So,
the ability to understand what they're doing.
yep, that's true. Now the difference is, let's say there was like a lever, like a what's it? It's not a roulette wheel, but like a slot machine, right? And when you crank that slot machine, there was like a pretty high chance that you would gain some pleasure or money, but there was a 5% chance or something that it would cause someone to become mentally incapacitated and then violate your bodily autonomy. So you can imagine either sexual assault or attach you in a way and cause you pregnancy symptoms. Would you say that it should be immoral to play that slot machine? And if you're going to play it, then you must unfortunately suffer these consequences until we can do something that doesn't result in the death of that person.
I feel like that was a convoluted metaphor, and I don't really understand. Can you just bring it back to like a real thing that could really happen in the real world so that we can have like a productive
Mm-hmm.
conversation? Because I
No,
don't know
I
what the
like
fuck
that
you're talking
women are
about spinning
slot
a roulette wheel.
machines.
Yeah, sure, yeah,
Maybe
yeah.
if you go ahead. Yeah.
I
Wait,
would love
is it
if you
that
had
you
an
don't
example that
understand
made
my
sense.
question?
I'm trying to
my example
present
makes sense.
I'm trying to present real world situations that could really happen. And I would like to stick within the realm of real world situations and not like some random slot machine metaphor that doesn't apply to how actual human beings exist in the world.
Yeah, if your metaphor is ever anchored in taking away a person's autonomy by comparing decisions they make to not their humanity but literal objects, it's called dehumanizing. And that's a bad thing to do with
what?
human concepts.
No, my
abortion
analogy,
isn't slot machines.
No, the abortion isn't the slot machine. It's so obvious that the analogy for the slot machine is sex. We have sex because it feels good.
Now, sex is not slot machines. Did we evolve? Have we spent the last 3.5 billion years developing slot machine playing faculties?
Jimmy, I feel like you can understand analogies when you're making.
I find analogies that are unnecessarily convoluted. I feel that analogies that are unnecessary. I'm not playing dumb. I'm pointing out how dumb yours is. You are literally trying to take the humanity out of a human process that we have evolved. You already did your thing earlier of consenting to sex is taking on the risk of pregnancy. You already did that shit earlier, showing the whole stupid feelings you have about it in the very first place. We have spent 3.5 billion years evolving a desire for sex. People are going to fuck no matter what. Consenting to sex is not consenting to pregnancy.
And we say when people rape people because they're horny, we should still fucking kill them, right? But just because
generally, if they aren't in the act of rape, generally if they aren't in the act of rape, we don't kill a rapist. Killing a rapist is only allowed during the act of rape, and it's generally considered okay because it is a likely outcome. If it was easy to violently remove a person without killing them, without risking killing them in the concept, in the idea of a rape, the legal system would literally adjust and say, which is how it is done for other things. Like, here are the points in a home invasion where you're allowed to kill a home invader, and here are the points where you are not. You can go to prison, for example, if you kill a home invader as they are attempting to flee. So, Robert, all along, your metaphors suck, and when you're trying to minimize a human experience like sex, like abortion, like everything else, to slot machines, you are trying to remove from the human experience to something that's an unhealthy behavior in the first place. Like, slot machines are.
Dude, I think we both love sex.
We also
have sex for pleasure.
We've moved past, like, we kind of glossed over something that I think is important to note here, which is that any abortions that are occurring in late term, those are almost entirely, oh my God, holy fucking shit, let me get my sentence out. It is almost entirely tragedies within families who desperately wanted that child. We're talking
I was waiting
about
to do this argument last.
Sure. Well, I'm fucking tired of this guy, so whatever. We're talking about people we are talking about people who have built a nursery, who've chosen a name. And so if we criminalize those, we are now creating a situation where a desperately tragic, heartbreaking moment for a family is being turned into a criminal investigation. Is that the world that you want to live in?
I mean, this is independent of my position.
No, it's not. No, it's not, because you specifically said that the problem that you have with abortion is with sentience, and you agreed that abortions that occur early in the pregnancy are not at issue for you. So I'm directly addressing your specific criticism of abortion.
Would you make abortion illegal at any point?
Well, any point. Well, for some points and for some reasons.
Great. So if based on the points you've been presenting, you would put up legal barriers, then it is fully relevant. Because, Robert, we've already lived in two worlds within the last decade. We've lived in where it is legal and anyone can get an abortion, and we don't say that any point in time it is illegal. And you know what we didn't have? A systemic problem of arbitrary abortions happening late terms. You know what we do have now? Now that heartbeat pills are allowed? A ton of people not getting the abortions they need, people dying, people bleeding out, people getting extra sick, people having problems with their body after because they weren't in charge. So as far as the systemic problem goes, there's already regulations. There's already the Hippocratic Oath that prevent doctors from, if a fetus is viable, just aborting it for funsies. And at times where there were people who were going too far, those people saw prosecution. There were consequences for those people. Meanwhile, right now, no consequences for all the doctors who are turning away, frightened, don't want to be mothers, being forced to be mothers, who are having to wait until they get a certain level of close to death in their car before the hospital can be sure that they're allowed to abort the pregnancy. So when you're saying you would put laws up, we've seen what laws do. When there are none preventing you from getting an abortion at any point, there is no systemic issue of arbitrary abortions happening late term. That the abortions happening late term are, as Lux mentioned, the tragic ones. Why I said at the beginning, they're some of the most important abortions to protect because they are purely healthcare. So when there's unlimited access, that's what happens. And when there's the world you want, which is now, you have terrible outcomes for mothers.
Two things here. So, one, the reason
I know you weren't listening because you tried to say two things here a long time ago, starting, and no, you weren't. You were waiting for your turn. You were waiting for your turn.
Your point. Let me repeat your point.
Yes, I can also recall the things I just heard, but you weren't actually processing them because you've been trying to say two things for a while I was making the points. I know what it sounds like when somebody's just waiting their turn. Anyway, make your 2 points.
Yeah. So when I listened to you and Jovan, which is what inspired this call, you and Jovan kind of disagree up at these stages. And that's kind of why I would call. So I wouldn't necessarily call Jovan about this.
That's Jovan has also said that he doesn't know how he feels about the things in response to my points because he thinks some of them come into the lines of euthanasia. And Jovan has recognized that no, not exactly. Jovan has recognized when these debates happen, I engage on the late term points because he does not have a well-formed opinion. If he was coming in saying the same shit as you, I would just tell him you're wrong. And instead he says, my opinion is not formed well enough in this place. So he recognizes his shortcomings is that he hasn't gone that deep into this topic yet. So you're trying to go with like, oh, so Jovan kind of agrees with me. No, he doesn't. Jovan takes a backseat on purpose when this topic comes up of the late-term abortions because he knows he doesn't have a well-formed opinion on it.
Yeah, that's true. But your well-formed, strong opinion is kind of crazy, which is why I'm calling in. It's okay.
Yeah, great. And you have yet to rebuff any of it. You've actually just basically complained the whole time.
A part of why we are losing the right to abortion is because I do think that the pro-life side thinks that we love killing babies because we say stuff like women should have the opportunity or the right to have an abortion at any time for any reason. When we say shit like that, they're going to suspect we're baby killers. And when you go in at 24 weeks with complications and your doctor is like, yeah, this abortion is relevant. The reason they're all scared and the reason they don't trust us is because we keep telling them that we love.
Hey, Robert, babies. You don't get to say us because you don't agree that women deserve a right to an abortion at any time. If you want to sit here and complain about the messaging and say we're not getting our messaging out when it's not your messaging, I give 18 fucks. And then I shit them out.
You guys are gonna cost us more and more abortions because you love broadcasting that we love killing babies. We need to stop doing
this. This is called victim blaming.
Right. Robert, you guys love broadcasting that we love killing babies. That is your assessment of it. That is still rooted in you want to disagree with us. You still want us to change to yours. So you're hoping this emotional approach you can get is we'll go, shit, maybe we should make late-term abortions illegal. That way people in earlier terms can get them. This is you trying to emotionally blackmail us into coming around to your shit. I'm not going to fall for it. And by the way, the Heritage Foundation and Christian nationalism is the reason why it's not our messaging, it's counter messaging by idiots like you who then say what they're saying is we love murdering babies. And they don't, excuse me, Robert,
Because
Excuse me, Robert.
because
You
what's
are
gonna
Okay, since you're going to talk over me, I'm going to mute you. You are participating in the counter messaging where you're and as a Democrat, I am saying that that's what these guys are saying when you're full of fucking shit, because that isn't what they are saying. Literally, the abortion message is the government doesn't need in anybody's pussy. Keep the government out of fucking pussies. But Donald Trump has never seen a pussy. He doesn't think he decides whether he belongs in there. The Heritage Foundation thinks it's up to them to control families. The same people doing the messages of they love murdering babies also don't want women to vote, don't want women to work. And you're saying you need to capitulate your messaging to the people who are like, was the civil rights movement so good? Was women's suffrage okay? We should try and make sure that our messaging doesn't sound to them the way that they're not listening to my versions of it. They're letting Jesse Waters and Robert tell them what I said. So it won't matter what version of the way I put it, like in this, where I never said it was about murdering babies, and yet you are melting down right now saying that that's what it was about. You're the problem, Robert. Jesus fucking Christ. Last words, Robert. Great words, Robert. If you're not going to take the advantage, I'm not going to wait for you. Let's see. Who do I care about? Tim's calling back to talk about affirmative action when we proved that he was not familiar with the studies he cited yesterday, but now he has read the right one. So Tim, we'll bring Tim in New York. We talked to you last night, proved you didn't know the studies you were referencing, proved you didn't know the points you were making, but now, since then, Tim, is this not that, Tim?
Jimmy, why did you lie and say that blacks weren't given favorable treatment?
Okay, hey Tim, excuse me, Tim, I'll answer that after
Jimmy,
you
why
answer
did you
this.
lie, Jimmy?
No,
why are you
hang on,
lying?
Tim, I'm going to answer. I'm going to answer your question.
Liar, Jimmy?
Tim, why are you asking me a question if you don't want the answer? Okay. Hey Tim, why do you beat your wife? Hey Tim, why do you beat your wife?
You lied. I don't beat.
Tim, wait, Tim. No, I'll answer after you. Tim, why do you beat?
I don't beat anyone's wife, but
no, Tim, that wasn't the question. Why do you beat your wife?
Jimmy,
Tim, why do you beat? Wait, Tim, why do you beat your wife? Hey, Tim, why do you beat your wife?
Jimmy,
hey, wait, Tim, are you saying this isn't a good faith question I'm asking you? Are you saying this isn't a good faith question? Why do you beat your wife, Tim?
Several studies show that preferences are quite large.
Tim, why do you beat your wife?
SAT points. Blacks were given a 310 point boost.
Why don't you answer my question? Why you beat your wife?
Jimmy the liar.
Hey, Timmy the wife beater. Timmy the wife beater. Timmy the wife beater. Why do you beat your wife? All right, go ahead.
Shit.
All right, go
Jimmy,
ahead and answer why you beat your wife.
Blacks were given a 310 point boost.
That's not the answer. That's not the answer.
Yes.
That's not the answer to why you beat your wife. That's not the answer. And by the way, you're still saying blacks were given. Blacks were given. Tim, shut the fuck up. We proved yesterday you didn't know the study. So last night you went off and you found some new right-wing shit that you think supports your shit. I'm positive if we investigate it, we're not going to find shit. We're not going to find that your interpretation is the shit, but you wanted to call in and go, Jimmy, why are you a liar? Why are you a wife beater? We're going to start on bad faith? What's the point of even having a conversation that doesn't even try to begin on good faith? Anyway, thank you, Tim, the wife beater, for calling in. I hope you stop beating your wife. Brian in Florida, you're on the line with Jimmy and Luxander, and you've called to say that black people have been brainwashed by Democrats. Brian, are you white, or are you black, or are you something else?
We're going to do this again.
Was it? Oh, you called last night? Brian, are you black? Are you white?
Yes.
You're black?
See, it's so important to you to know my race in order to have a conversation.
I think last night you also showed that we wouldn't be able to trust whatever your answer is.
All right, I'll tell you what it is, just to be fair. I am 93% European and I am 7% Middle Eastern.
Okay, so not black.
No, but I'm primarily.
All right, so Brian,
Sicilian,
you're calling
Italian,
in.
Greek,
You're calling in to say that
French,
black people were brainwashed
Spanish.
by Democrats. Now, I'm not a Democrat, so we can only talk about whether or not that act actually happened. Brian, why do you think they were that you claim they were brainwashed by Democrats? And I notice you're not calling when Javon's on to tell Javon this. But anyway, Brian, why do you think Democrats were able to succeed at brainwashing black people?
I think it's dependency. I think that element of being fed something has lulled, it would lull anyone into complacency. It just so happens that happened with the black community. But I'm actually interested in the abortion
propaganda?
debate. I feel like I could smoke you guys on that.
Oh, yeah, you do?
I do.
Yeah. I believe that. I believe that you believe that, Brian.
Well, then that's good. Then
so what's your best evidence that black people were brainwashed by Democrats?
Well, I think they're voting against their interests, and they're voting for people who fundamentally think that they need the government's help. And so I don't think they're knowingly doing that, but I think that's the outcome. I think that's why you see negative outcomes in the black community.
Hey, if I have 2 obstacle courses, and one's a standard boot camp obstacle course, and the white guy gets to race that one, and the black guy has to race the Tough Mudder. And there's a group of people who say, hey guys, we just actually think that if there's going to be obstacle courses everybody has to run, they should be roughly the same obstacle course. Does that mean we're saying black people, in that case, that black guy needs us to be able to get ahead? We're discriminating with our low expectations that he wouldn't be able to finish a Tough Mudder in the same amount of time and same efficiency as the white guy on the obstacle course? Is that what we're saying?
Well, that part of that's my point. My point is that he doesn't need, like right now, the playing field is level because the laws are equal. It wasn't that before.
So then your argument actually isn't anchored in whether or not they're actually dependent. It's anchored in whether or not it's actually level. Because
nobody's ever done anything illegal before.
I say it's not level. I say there's actually obstacles that are unnecessary for both people put in there by billionaires. It'd be great if we could level where we are, the two of us are at right now, that white guy and black guy, and then then we get together and we come after the rich. But I say it's not level, and you say it is level, and your assertion is that you think it's demonstrably level, therefore we must be lying to them and not actually seeking equality, inequity, equitability, that we are actually seeking to give them a leg up and make them dependent on us and say, you won't be able to get through your obstacle course, which is the same obstacle course, unless you're doing so on the back of the white government.
Well, I do think it's good intentions. I think the Democrats left. I think you, Jimmy. I think it is all good intentions.
It's very good intentioned white brainwashing. So, what is your evidence that you believe that it is level? You want to make your case for that right now?
You're saying why black people are level with white people?
Yeah, that there are not additional obstacles in the metaphor for black people that white people don't have to go. I'm not saying white people don't have obstacles. No. I'm saying their courses do not have the same number or quality of obstacles.
It's actually
and that one is clearly
opposite. Worse. Right now, with hiring quotas and anti-white rhetoric.
Where is there a hiring quota?
Well, I think you see that in companies that are funded by major private equity.
Name one.
You see this in...
Name a company with a black hiring quota.
I don't know. I mean,
I know you don't.
You understand what DEI is, right?
I do. And in fact, there are no quotas in DEI because DEI is not what MAGA people like to say. It has nothing to do with quotas. So why don't you tell me real quick, and I'll see if you get it right, and then I will explain it directly after if you don't. What is DEI? What would be the outcome of DEI? What would a workplace that implements DEI, how would it look different than one who doesn't?
It would consider race in the placement of a position. One that
is
supports
incorrect.
DEI would factor that in, and one
That
that
is incorrect,
doesn't
Brian.
is simply merit-based.
That is incorrect, Brian, because quotas, I guess you are not aware of. I'll be very much looking forward to. Ari will be joining me on Tuesday starting soon. Ari would be able to tell you the course case numbers. First of all, hiring quotas are literally illegal. There is only a very narrow range in which it is possible to say anything like a quota exists. They are broadly illegal. DEI, the difference between the DEI workplace, Brian, what's that?
Well,
Sorry, what was that, Brian?
Get around it, and they do
tout
these
Brian.
numbers. The numbers
Yeah,
that they
Brian.
tout
Hey, Brian.
are ones that they're trying to inflate.
Brian,
So
the guy who would smoke me on this debate, I
where
have to
someone
go ahead
has
and
a
give you a
manager-
correction on what DEI actually is. So DEI is actually, right now, you put out jobs in a certain way. And the systems that exist from the past has created a world in which your candidates are unlikely to be reached unless they are white or whatever that in-group is. So DEI, by the way, also includes. Excuse me, Brian. I'm certain. I am simply not done. Brian, I'm simply not done. DEI also isn't only for race; it's also for gender. And so DEI would actually mean, hey, people out there, we are putting in extra effort to make sure that applicants of all representations have an opportunity, have a shot at this job, and we are not engaging in practices that are likely to perpetuate issues where generally this job is just going to always go to a white man. And in fact, you mentioned good intentions. There are companies you would expect to be the most best intentioned who then later realized they didn't even mean to do it, and they were doing it. Jon Stewart, I'm sure you think of him as a conservative. Jon Stewart very famously addressed this, that he was at first very offended when it was suggested their hiring practices were racist, and then they investigated and realized the system they had in place, which should have been race blind, still wasn't because of the structures that fell underneath, that there were very well qualified candidates, and yet there was a reason why their comedy room was mostly white dudes with the occasional white woman. So Brian, now that you've been corrected on DEI, what would you say is wrong about that?
I think we just see the issue differently, clearly.
Well, yours is you claim that something that's illegal is happening, that the quota thing is happening, and you weren't able to name a single company with a quota.
Well, affirmative action, I believe, is unconstitutional. And we should be living in a race-free world. I think the pendulum has swung in the wrong direction. And
affirmative action. We should be living in a race-free world. So we should have done nothing after.
Can I explain something?
All the civil rights shit. Well, right now you're just kind of listing on, and you aren't even engaging the question that you were actually asked.
I've got an interesting point to make.
Are you going to answer what? Can you name a single company that used quotas?
If I'm a black person and I work at one of these companies, let's say let's just say a corporate company, okay? And
like what company? So since you're giving an example to broadcast that's based on a company, which company did this?
I'm laying out a scenario.
So the scenario won't be one that exists in reality. It won't be an example that has actually happened. You're going to make up.
I'm explaining. So I'm explaining with affirmative action what an unintended consequence might be.
Great. So anchor it in something that actually happened, because we had affirmative action. So why not anchor it in somewhere that affirmative action failed and there was a bad unintended quality?
I promise you it's good. I promise you it's good.
But it won't be anchored in reality, is what you're saying.
Well, I'll let you judge that. I think it is, but right.
Sure. And so far, I'll be judging whether it's good the same way I was judging whether you were black or not based on you being 93% European, 7% Middle Eastern. Right. That same kind of like differences in approach and reality. Let's do it.
Well, for the sake of this thought experiment, let's say that I'm black. Let's just say in this scenario I'm black. I work for a company. I
Let's
get
say
hired
that,
in a
because
position.
we'd only be able to do that in an unreal situation. Go ahead.
And I'm talented. I'm very talented. I went to school. I did well in school. I'm apt. I work well with people. I am completely qualified for this job.
Okay.
But I've been robbed of the glory that comes from knowing that you did it without any help whatsoever. And because it is so obscure, there is no guarantee that they weren't helped. And I think that ominous, insidious thing hanging above their head, they can never know the full glory of achievement if the thumb is on the scale. And
Brian, are you actually a troll? This is the dumb. You said you could smoke me, and this is the dumbest shit so far. Imagine being a black. You know what this is?
Wrong on that.
This is a misogynist view I used to have of hot women, where I used to say, as a hot woman, I'm not joking. This is literally something I said to a hot friend once, back when I was a misogynist in my early 20s. Don't you ever feel like you don't know? Doesn't it bug you that you'll never know if you were actually successful or if guys wanted to help you because they wanted to sleep with you? This is literally that exact same fucking bigotry of like, how don't you feel like we're robbing? So should we make all hot girls, because the same logic follows, should we make all hot girls be ugly so they can know they're successful?
Can I just want to jump in really quick on this, because like the situation when there are no affirmative action policies in place, what happens is mediocre white men get positions over like often overqualified black candidates. So man, it's got to be crazy just knowing that you are failing upwards and you didn't actually earn anything.
Dude, I got promotions thrown at me from promotions thrown at me at every job I ever was in because I was chummy with the boss. Because I'm a fun hang and I'm enjoyable to get a beer.
Do we think that affirmative action was just invented out of nowhere? Like, do we think that affirmative action was just invented for no reason? Or do we think that maybe there was a problem that we're trying to correct? Because again, mediocre, like literally look at the country that we live in. The people who are governing our country are like so unqualified for their jobs. They have no fucking idea what they're doing. They're bankrupting the country. They're literally the definition of white mediocrity failing upwards. So where do you think affirmative action came from?
It's just honestly, I don't know whether to engage him because it's so dumb what he just said.
It's one of the dumbest things I've heard this week.
I literally know I didn't deserve every job I got. I know that I was trusted when I lied about my resume, because who's going to not trust this white face? Like, you're sitting and going, you are robbing them of something I don't have. I don't have the knowledge that I really deserved. I straight up lied about like coding things. I do not know how to code. And I got a job because I said I did. So be so fucking real right now, Brian. You are robbing them of knowing when, first of all, by the way, it was a fallacious argument because it is rooted in, first, I must grant you a bunch of things that I don't agree with. First, I must grant you that they are aware that, first of all, the system does unfairly raise them and that they are aware of that. I don't believe either of those things to be true. In fact, I think on average, a black person who gets to that job interview in the first place has probably struggled a lot more to get there than the white person that they're still probably going to lose it to. But in general, like, it's just such a dumb point. As a white person with privilege, I get shit I don't deserve all the time.
You think America
Did you just say, I don't think America is as racist as I think it is? Okay, so our elected officials, was it J.D. Vance who said, like, I would be worried if I found out that my pilot was a black woman because I would assume...
that other dude. That was that other dead guy.
Who the fuck ever. Doesn't matter.
Dude?
Oh, it was the dead dude. Okay, so people in influential positions... People in influential positions are selling this idea that like, oh, I'd be freaked out if I found out my pilot or my surgeon was a black woman because I think that she was unfairly raised to that position. Like, that is the bigotry of low expectations, right? Like that they didn't deserve it, that they don't earn it.
Right, that they didn't actually work that hard. They have to lie about what the qualifications were.
Even though they have to work harder at every single point of their fucking career.
It's fun. I like old Donald Trump, who used to be proud of his bigotry, where he would say, I like hiring women because they work twice as hard, because they have to work twice as hard to be taken seriously. He literally would brag about the ways in which he is bigoted. that he knows that exists. I miss that old Donald Trump. Brian, you're honestly a joke to me at this point, but you could smoke me. You are silly. Call in and debate Javon, because I can't.
I just want to get this last comment out. Even with affirmative action and even with DEI initiatives, we are not seeing parity. We still do not have parity where like the proportional number of people is like relative to the number of people in the population. Like we don't have, what is it? It's like 13% of the population is Black. We don't have 13% representation among surgeons or pilots or in our elected officials. Like, so even with these initiatives, we are still not reaching parity, even though these people are working just as hard.
No, I mean, if they're just as good, then how come a company wouldn't hire nothing but Black people? They could just underpay them. Same thing with women.
Because quotas are illegal. That would be discriminating. That would literally be discriminating. I'm only going to hire Black people. That's literally discrimination. Also, we already described to you, but you failed to take this in.
But do you understand? Do you understand what I'm saying? Like,
no, I wasn't done. You failed to take it in when it was explained to you that DEI is about. Excuse me. DEI is not about quotas.
They would hire nothing but women.
DEI is not about quotas, but by making sure that a diverse group of people are aware and given the opportunity to apply for jobs. Once again, there are no quotas. A truly non-racist company will likely have proportions of people relative to the population, though not yet possible to achieve because those systems in places have also denied people the opportunities prior to getting the application, prior to getting to the hiring process, to even be able to get to the point of being qualified. So we also have to get rid of all the problems with the education system, the property tax-based education system, for example, which I'm sure Brian doesn't think proves any systemic racism exists. The fact that there is a history of Black poverty that goes all the way back to slavery, and that there hasn't been a significant system to try and raise them out of that poverty, and that we now based education funding on property taxes. Therefore, if you live in poverty, you are likely going to get less good schools. If you are Black, you are more likely going to live in poverty, i.e. Black people are getting worse educations than other people. But I'm sure, Brian, you wouldn't say that's proof of anything, right?
Historic, yes. Systemic, no.
Existing now? Is that the case right now?
No.
Hey, okay, cool.
Unless you can find me a racist law.
Yeah. So right. Because if Because if a law doesn't exist to force it to be that way, it doesn't exist. It's not a problem that would culturally exist, for example. It's not a problem of if you have a historic problem and you don't put efforts in to fix it, if you just stop making the racist parts legal, it should have just fixed itself by now. I get what you're saying. Hey, why, if a Black woman and a white woman...
Well, if you stop looking at
race, a Black woman and a white woman...
away.
If a Black woman and a white woman both go to the hospital to give birth, how much more likely is the Black woman to die than the white woman?
Are we? There's too many variables. Are you talking about like statistically?
How much more likely is if a Black woman and a white woman go to a hospital to give birth, how much more likely is the Black woman to die than the white woman?
I have no idea.
3 times. Why do you
I was
think
going to say
is?
double. Holy shit. Damn.
Why do you think that is?
Poor decision making.
On whose part?
Black people's part.
So you think Black people are dying 3 times as much when going to the hospital to give birth?
While under medical care.
Because of their, right. So just so you know, the studies have actually found it is because Black women are not taken as seriously by medical professionals, that their pain is not met with the same amount of empathy, that they are not taken, that when they say they're having some issue, that they are often just given some Advil, that they are undertreated, and that if you are white and you bring up the same issues, you actually get more attention. By the way, we also have this issue across other medical things, men versus women. Men are generally taken more seriously, but we can't compare what happens when most men give birth as most men can't give birth. Most, not all, which I'm sure is a phrase you love, Brian. So anyway, Brian, what was redlining back in the day?
I believe it was policies that prohibited Black people from buying properties and living in communities that they wanted.
And what does
to live
redlining
in,
refer
based
to?
on racial.
But what does redlining refer to more specifically? Why do we call it redlining?
I don't know.
Okay, so it referred to the red line banks would draw on the map around communities to not give mortgages to because they were known as Black communities. That ring a bell?
Yeah, it sounds racist.
It's illegal now, right?
Yeah.
Why would you say, actually, let's start with the numbers again. A white person and a Black person with the same credit score, roughly same credit history, go to a bank. How much more likely is the Black person to be denied despite having the same history as the white person, the twin, the clone? White and Black clone go. How much more likely is the Black person to be denied?
On the credit score.
I'm sorry, I already said credit. I'm sorry, I already told you credit score is the same. When the study is done,
right?
The credit score, credit history are the same. So we're not talking about what things should be because there's no law. There's no law here telling you to deny a Black person even if they have the same credit score. And so you said there shouldn't be an obvious injustice. So now, if you'd answer the question, how much more likely are you to be denied by the clone? You say have to be, and yet the studies show
0%.
And yet the studies show you are twice as likely with the exact same credit score that roughly at a percentage of, I believe it's 6 to 7%, if you are white, you will be denied. And at a rate of 17%, if you are Black, you will be denied. With the same clones.
What's your source?
I'm happy to pull it up for you.
Go ahead.
But by the way, I would like to point out we are here in a conversation and Brian has now just done what is the most fucking transparent thing ever. He's asked for a source when offering none.
Yeah. Also, I just need to say while you're Googling that, Jimmy, Brian, saying that Black women die in childbirth more often than white women because of their poor choices is the most vile and fucking hateful thing I've heard this week. And I have been present for some fucked up conversations on this channel.
I'm trying to help them. You're trying to enable them.
No, you just said, okay, while a person is in the hospital under medical supervision, that some choice that they are making in that situation is causing them to die 3 times more. And their babies die.
No, they live a life outside of the hospital, and their bodies going in have been affected by the decisions that they've made. It's not, people's health outcomes are a result of not just that moment in the hospital, it's their whole entire life. And the only thing that I can think of is
so that does not negate how fucked up and hateful and racist that shit is. Like the idea that Black women are 3 times more likely to neglect their health when we know that their health is like an issue where like the actual hospitals don't address these health needs. Like, so it's the entire pregnancy as well. They're also being denied care that they need because they're being ignored. There is a systemic issue. And you're just like, oh, it's personal choice. Like you are so fucking hateful. And it's like honestly repugnant that I am having a conversation with someone like this right now.
I do love he's doing it again. Let's get very, very specific. Okay, now fuck off completely. Okay, bye. And now you're banned. Fuck you in your fucking face, Brian. Now you're fucking banned. I was literally pulling up the sources to share with you, and now you're banned. Fuck you in your fucking face.
Yeah, mocking me. So cute. Yeah. You definitely won that argument.
Hey, I don't think you could smoke weed correctly, let alone smoke me. That is how incompetent you are, you sack of shit.
I was going to next bring up, if he hadn't done that, I was going to bring up Oregon's Black exclusion laws, where people who are Black were not allowed to settle here and were whipped if they remained within the state territory until 1926. When the last of those laws was repealed.
For those looking, the conclusion about the double was the summary of a major investigation by the Markup, which is a part of the Associated Press, which is not by any means a socialist rag, using federal HMDA data. So within that, they will show you all the data that they used. The actual summary of it is, I don't care whether Brian checks it out now. Brian can literally fuck off all the way to the sun.
Brian, have fun VPN hopping next time you try to call in.
Yeah, but we don't take, he's going to have to bring in a phone number.
They still try is all I'm saying.
Yeah. Brian, you can literally eat my shit.
Suck it directly out of my beehole.
How's your application to ICE going? Are you worried you won't get in because if you're 7% Middle Eastern? Don't worry, they'll take you, baby boy. Let's see. Do you have an interest in any of these more than any others?
Why did Tim try to call back in?
Wait,
what a
do you
fucking
see
moron.
line 16? Do you see line 16?
Yeah, sure. Let's go with 16.
But do you see who it is? Read the notes. Read the notes from the last call.
Oh, okay. Was this one that I was here for before?
Hey, Peter, why are you lying about your name? First of all, you have a super recognizable voice. Are you planning to do a voice?
No, I just knew you wouldn't take me. But anyway,
but I can see. Wait, what do you mean? You knew I wouldn't take you? I took you. I can see who you are. Wait. So John is who this is. Mm-hmm. Everyone knows your voice. It is the most boot-licking, subby-ass, I want Donald Trump inside of me, controlling me like a puppet voice of all time. You've been lying about being from Canada, I suspect, because there's not a single Canadian who can actually tie you to any, like, broader movement there. And you've called in with the dumbest shit ever, but you basically just said, I thought you wouldn't take my call, so I lied to make sure I could still get on the air. So we're starting everything off with a fucking lie. When did you stop beating your wife, John?
Such a good faith engagement.
Now we passed the insult stage. Let's have a conversation.
Have we? When did you stop beating your wife? Since we're starting in bad faith, when did you stop beating your wife?
When I stopped doing your mom. Now let's start this conversation.
So like, are you old enough? My mom died in 1995. Is that when you stopped fucking my mom?
Mr. Snow, are we going to have such a conversation, or are we going to insult?
Wait, when did you stop fucking my mom? She died in 1995.
I stopped fucking her then. Now, can we have a conversation?
Okay, did you kill my mom?
So is this how it's going to go?
Well, see, the thing is that my mom took her own life after saying she got fucked by the biggest bitch little simp in the world in 1995.
Yeah, I don't know why you said that, Jimmy. By saying
so
that,
it was you were the biggest bitch little simp? That you were the biggest bitch?
Right now, you're insulting your own mother. You do realize
Oh, no, not my own mother. Hey, guess what, John? My mom's alive, but you still are the biggest bitch little simp.
Are we going to have a conversation, or are you just going to insult me?
No. Wait, you haven't figured out, John? You lied to get on the air. Have you not figured out we are not going to have a real conversation?
Oh, so that means there's censorship.
No. Censorship, sure. Yes, actually fine. It isn't a violation of your freedom of speech, but yes, we absolutely will censor you on this channel, just in the same way that I can't come into your home and decide what is on the TV. That's your choice. You set the rules in your home. Yeah, fuck yeah, I'm going to censor you.
Why do you think it's a good idea to lie to get on here?
So that means we agree about illegal migrants.
Hey, Peter, John. Hey, John, why do you like to lie? Why do you like lying? Why do you like lying?
What?
Why do you like to lie?
What?
Why do you like lying?
I lie when I sleep.
Why do you like to lie? Oh, that's so clever, John. That's so clever. Did ChatGPT help you come up with that one? Oh my God, was that a pun, John?
I see that I'm talking to two immature people.
That's true. Why would I become mature? It seems to me that everybody who has a commentary on maturity seems to be, have you gotten so far in life that you can't find joy amongst all the misery? See, I would rate maturity as, do you call into a show incessantly, and when they stop taking your taking your call, lie to get on because your dumb points and your dumb fucking debates that you've never won once of, it appeals so much to your ego. You're such a fucking narcissist that you just have to get on air and share your shitty voice. That would be an immature person to me. Whereas me, where I'm just like, the world is miserable and some fucking asshole is going to call in and try and bypass and see if they can get on. Bro, I don't care about you. I don't like you. I don't care that we have a good conversation. There are other MAGA people waiting to talk to me who I will hear out, but you've already shown you're in terrible faith. And by the way, you have such a simp voice and are so bad at this. I don't think MAGA wants you representing them. Go cry. He hung up himself before I could hang up on him. Go cry. You need to do more crying.
People want so desperately to be taken seriously. It's very funny to me. Please treat my ideas like they're serious. Please give me validation.
All right, Michelle's calling back. She says she has the video. Michelle, where do I find the video about the organ harvesting in Minnesota?
Jimmy, I got it. It's on Facebook. They have a video clip of it. It's not somebody speaking.
That bastion of reality. Okay,
I have
on
a
Facebook.
video. I have a video.
Yeah. I got you. So on Facebook, I'm now on Facebook.
Okay.
I'm going to type in what to find the video.
Somebody was filming it. So
I'm going to type in what to find the video.
So you want me to read this page so you can find
Read the title to me. Jesus Christ, what's the title of the video?
Massive organ harvesting raid in Minneapolis.
Massive organ harvesting raid in Minneapolis. And now let's be clear. What you are sending me is not a report from the government that you said was published in 2017. In fact, what you are sending me is a thing that was published this year on January 20th from nobody. This isn't even a person. Like this is an AI account. All right, let's see if I can get a quick look at this.
In the pre-dawn cold, breath-formed clouds as tactical teams assembled.
No. Sorry, I'm listening.
What began 14 months earlier as a routine visa fraud investigation had led to something far darker. Not immigration violations, not dollars through nonprofit charities that claim to heal the sick, forged medical records, shell accounts, and if you're still a small nonprofit, consistent 18 months.
Okay, so just so you know, this isn't proof of anything. Excuse me. This isn't proof of anything. It is a slideshow making claims. There is no proof that any of this should happen, and you said it was going to be a fact. Is there somewhere I can find proof of the claims?
FBI and ICE stormed Minneapolis network in a $5 million child
Why do you believe that? Why do you believe that? Why do you believe that happened? Why? Wait. Michelle. Why do you believe this happened? Why do you believe that the words you just said are true words?
Because you see a whole bunch of police and you see them arresting the governor.
You're right. No. You don't see that. Excuse me. You see a bunch of police. You see a bunch of police. It is literally pictures of police. Excuse me. I'm not done, Michelle. Michelle, I've looked at every single photo. Every single photo has nothing descriptive in it. The first photo is a picture of bags of cash. The second photo is a picture of bags of drugs. Okay? Now you say it's from this. I'm going to keep going. But all I have, shut the fuck up when I'm talking, Michelle. All I have is your word and the word of this other person. And it's not even a lie Donald Trump is repeating. That the pictures
it was alive.
It's not
a live report.
I have a question.
It's not. These are still photos. They are not live reports.
I have a question. Are arrests a matter of public record? Like, I could look up someone's arrest, and that's public information. So if there was a record of someone getting arrested for...
Not always.
This is like almost more directed toward Jimmy, because you don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Oh, I wasn't listening. I was trying to scroll to see if they have any better ones.
Right. I'm just saying, like, if there was proof, then we could see there's probably a record of the arrests or a record of the investigation. There's probably going to be a comment made by the FBI.
It says it right there. The paperwork, all the stuff. You guys didn't listen to...
Excuse me. Can I tell you
where to take it from? How about that, Jimmy?
Sure. Tell me the timestamp. Tell me the timestamp.
52 seconds and
We're
take
so
it to
screwed,
the end.
guys.
Great. 52 seconds. I'm going to repeat what I'm hearing.
Yeah, not with a tip, but with an anomaly.
Okay, we just saw...
52 seconds and then go all the way to the end, please, Jimmy.
Okay, I'm hitting play.
September 2022, an ICE Homeland Security Investigations analyst in Minneapolis noticed irregular patterns in medical visa applications.
I do have to keep pausing, by the way, because we can't get a copyright strike.
Dozens of Somali children ages 4 to 14 entering the United States under emergency medical treatment authorizations.
And so far, no proof has been shown of any of this. This is, by the way, for people who are watching, because you can't see, all I am seeing when this person is saying that are pictures that are very obscure. Right now, it's a zoom in of what appear to be police somewhere with a police vehicle in the background. Can't see the faces of the officer, can't see what they're doing. It's mostly a zoom in of one guy's crotch. Okay, so
the applications listed a network of small nonprofit clinics scattered across Minneapolis and St. Paul.
Okay, so he's talking about applications that they supposedly saw. I am not seeing pictures of the applications. Now I am seeing a different angle of cops with a caption over top of their face standing in front of a police car. So there's no evidence of the applications, which, by the way, they couldn't even come up with that. If you're going to lie, you have a printer. You can make fake applications in like 2 minutes. All right.
Pediatric kidney treatment, liver disease management, urgent cardiac care. The paperwork appeared legitimate. Sponsoring.
Oh, but the guy said the paperwork appeared legitimate, isn't showing the paperwork, just telling us. I'm going to let it finish. I'm going to continue. By the way, I'm still looking at the picture of just cops in front of a car.
Organizations had 50,013 status. Medical directors held valid Minnesota licenses. Donor funding showed consistent deposits from overseas humanitarian.
And so once again, just so you know, we aren't seeing any of the donor funding. I'm now looking at a cop's shoulder as the pictures move. I have 0 sources on it. So far, Michelle, all I have is you have a video where a guy is claiming this and you believe it. This is not proof of anything. I'm going to let it finish.
Foundations. But the analyst noticed something else. The children's return flights never manifested.
Okay.
No departure records.
Okay.
No follow-up visa extension.
So just so you know, we also haven't seen pictures of the proof that they ever were here, that they ever showed up. We haven't seen any of that. Any of it. And by the way, Michelle, right, Michelle, they said they have it. Why do you believe them?
The same way people believe you, Jimmy.
I don't know who the fuck this isn't a real account. This is just some guy on Facebook, has followers, doesn't put their face on it. It's literally just some random person. By the way, the reason why people believe me is I show consistency in my skepticism. If you had brought me proof, I would engage the proof. And by the way, if you had brought me proof, okay, fine, let's finish it.
No hospital discharge summaries filed with Immigration Service.
Another claim we have no proof of. What's the next one?
43 children in 18 months entered for treatment vanished into the American interior.
Another claim we have no proof of. Go on.
The case landed on the desk of FBI Special Agent Coordinator Marcus Holloway in November 2022.
Another claim we have no proof of, but let's go ahead and look it up. Let's go ahead and see. And you know what the funniest fucking thing is here? It still hasn't been proved, but let's see. Marcus Holloway, 2022 FBI investigation, Somali child trafficking, organ harvesting. And the funniest thing here is, even this, people, and I am going to let it finish. I know that Michelle's going to complain.
Okay, thanks.
Has now put a number on it. 43. I'm meant to believe all Somalian immigrants, because this was your problem, Michelle, with Somalian immigrants. You said Somalians were doing this. I should characterize, undoubtedly, there are people out there trafficking children, and they will be of every race and of many ethnicities.
Of course.
And they will be white people.
Yes, sir.
There will be white people.
Yes,
Jeffrey
absolutely.
Epstein and his racket were white people. I'm not going to then call white people child traffickers. So once again, we don't have your child, excuse me, yes I am. We don't have your child trafficking claim verified at all. But 43 fake children, over 43, by the way, I've already tried to look it up, can't find this. Oh my fucking God. Oh my fucking God. You are a fucking idiot. You are a fucking idiot. You are so fucking stupid. Detective Marcus Holloway is from a fiction called Nightmare World. The organ removal crimes is from a fucking fiction story.
This is the video.
I just looked it up. That's where Marcus Holloway comes
from.
You
didn't even finish
I looked up Detective Marcus Holloway. That is from a horror called Nightmare World, and it involves.
There are a lot of Nancy Drews out there.
There's a lot of Detective Marcus Holloways who are in stories about organ harvesting. That's a common trope.
Did you look them up for the FBI?
I didn't know about the Marcus Holloway trope. I didn't know that they're out there making all these Marcus Holloway organ harvesting. I didn't know about that trope, guys. Are you fucking stupid?
You took it completely different.
Are you fucking stupid? Are you fucking stupid?
You didn't even look up the guy. Did you type CIA next to that name?
I literally looked up the guy. I typed in FBI because that's what the video said, you fucking idiot. You are a fucking idiot, Michelle. You are so fucking stupid. You should not vote.
And?
Fuck you. Shut the fuck up trying to racistly make Somali immigrants You even sound like an idiot when you laugh. You are here trying to make a case that Somalians are evil because you watched a fucking Facebook video. You are a racist fucking piece of shit. You are the reason you will die alone. Your children will not want to ever talk to you if they haven't already cut you off. You are a fucking piece of shit. You deserve the loneliness you have undoubtedly already been faced with. Fuck you in your fucking face, you racist fucking piece of shit. Fuck you.
We should invest in a bot farm.
Apparently.
To influence public opinion, because people will literally believe, like, that was clearly AI. The clear AI voice claims without evidence, just showing random footage, and like this person genuinely hook, line, sinker believes it. I mean, probably she wouldn't if she wasn't already racist and primed to believe it in the first place, but like, apparently this is the way to sway public opinion now.
Dude.
That was crazy.
Fucking idiot. You fucking idiot. Oh my God.
That's crazy. The racism is out in full force today.
I just hate it here. Okay? I fucking hate it here. Because the only Marcus Holloway I could find was a detective in a thing called Nightmare World.
Yeah. I agree. This is boomer ass behavior. Chat.
Holy fucking shit. That's me actually yelling, for the record. I told you.
Yeah, you kind of lost it a little bit there.
I told you guys it sounds like Charlie Day. Well, I thought it would be a little bit funny.
It was.
To move the mic away about the fucking...
And you were still so loud even though the mic was all the way over here.
Did you guys know that it is a fiction trope to write that Marcus Holloway's... Oh my fucking God, you fucking idiot. The amount. I'm not allowed to say it on air, you know?
No, you're not allowed to say it on air.
I'm not allowed to say it. You know what I mean?
They're saying it in the chat. They're saying it in the chat, and that's good enough.
Are they saying it in the chat?
Someone did. I don't know if it might have been held for review.
You're not allowed to say it in the chat. Come on, people. If I'm not allowed to say it on air.
You know, they say it on Threads a lot. People say it to me on Threads a lot.
I know. Guys, I need to reset because I don't want to be unfair to the next guy, you know?
Yeah, do we need a palate cleanser?
Is there a palate cleanser in there? Sure. Voss, we're going to make this call very short. Go ahead, Voss.
Yeah. So, I mean, hello again. Nice to talk to you guys. My friend sent me a video calling Trump the God Emperor, which...
Did you research it?
I looked into their video, which was talking about him basically making a new UN.
Oh, is that the one where they also revealed that there was like a group of people, they were harvesting blood of children, and the guy's name was Edward Cullen, and he was like Edward Cullen was just like taking... I'm not making fun of you, Voss. I'm making fun of the last caller.
Oh my God.
No, that was... I didn't know that was a trope. I was also lost on that.
I've missed that trope.
I need to go and add that to the database of tropes when I get off the call with you guys. But No, so apparently Trump made this new thing where he's trying to replace the UN, and they're like, oh my God, this is it. He's going to finally take over the world and do good. And I'm like, he hasn't done good for this country, but I don't really have, I didn't have anything on hand to, I was looking for other opinions on it.
Sorry, I just got distracted because I saw something in the chat which made me think I should Google a different spelling. Guys, it's even more stupid. Yes, they probably took the somebody clearly attached Marcus Holloway to the detective, but the first person who came up with that, Marcus Holloway is the protagonist in Watch Dogs 2. The game.
Oh, that's funny.
We're cooked,
He's
chat.
the main protagonist in Watch Dogs 2.
We are so cooked.
He is Retro. That the guy called Retro in Watch Dogs 2 is Marcus Holloway, guys. Guys.
Oh my God, it goes so deep.
Jimmy's gonna cry.
The conspiracy. It's been there all
along. I don't want to live
along.
on this planet anymore.
I've been debating that myself too.
All right, what were you saying? Something about a fashion show?
So no, that was the trope again. So apparently Trump's trying to build a new UN to subsume the current UN.
Are we just talking about his panel of peace, or you're saying
We
that there's
already
something
have
else?
fucking veto power at
That's
the
what
UN.
it's called.
That can't be right.
His board of peace?
Oh, I don't think I can say what I was calling it.
But is that what you're talking about? Is his board of peace? Because that's not supposed to be a UN. Technically, it's supposed to be the people who are planning the Middle Eastern peace shit. It's bypassing the UN, though. Yeah, and Putin's on it.
Okay, because the way that my friends and everybody online has been talking about it, from what they've shown me, is he's basically doing this to try and make a new UN.
He's just doing it to put his name on as much shit as possible in the hopes that if he splatter diarrheas against the wall, we're going to miss a spot when we clean it up.
Yeah, I just thought it was dumb. At this point, I'm just glad I could be your palate cleanser.
Marcus Holloway is the literal fucking protagonist in Watch Dogs 2. Excellent series of games, by the way. All right, Voss. Yeah, it's dumb as fuck. It's really stupid. The person who's creating the Board of Peace also changed the name to the Department of War.
Oh, that was good.
That's our guy. He's our guy.
Well, y'all have a good evening. I'm gonna listen to more of these entertaining individuals.
Excellent.
Thanks, boss. Before we go to the next caller, listen, there are 1,600 people watching right now, and there's only 800 likes. There better be at least 1,000 likes on this video in the next 5 seconds, because it's free and it's quick and it's easy and you can do it right now. So do it right now. Thank you.
I like when you dom the chat.
Yeah, they don't want to displease Mother. This has been a roller coaster.
Tim in New York. No.
Hello.
Hello. You already called. Why would I do another one with you?
Well, I want to get into a substantive discussion about what I had said.
Did you stop beating your wife?
I would never beat my wife if I had one. I would never do that.
Don't worry, you won't have the opportunity. Okay. Different Tim. Tim in Kansas doesn't agree with socialism. States' rights over money. Okay, Tim.
Hello.
Go ahead, Tim.
Okay. Hi, I am 25 years old. He, him. I know you ask
Cool.
that sometimes.
Yep.
I don't, so first of all, I don't know what your position is, but a lot of socialists that I know mention confiscatory rights for wealth that is above a certain threshold. I don't know if you agree with that or not.
Yes.
I just don't agree with that part of socialism.
So to be clear, when you say you don't agree with socialism, that means you do wish to maintain either the or a capitalist system?
I say a form, but I would definitely want a lot more regulation. I support a wealth tax. I just don't support confiscatory rights.
Man, I don't know, Tim. I don't know what to do. Like, I'm so zapped from the dumb call earlier that I'm like,
listen.
It's like trying to explain to a person why we should pay for other people's healthcare. If you don't get that a disproportionate amount of security is being unfairly held by people who exploited their workers, and since they didn't deserve it in the first place, the corrective action would include taking it from them, then I don't know how to make it make sense.
Basically, Tim, I want to jump in here. I'll let Jimmy's brain kind of chill out. Hopefully the delay isn't like 15 seconds long, because that would be fucking crazy. So basically, the system that we have now is one in which people at the top of this pyramid siphon off, i.e. they steal value from the people at the bottom of the pyramid, right? So like Jeff Bezos has employees who are on food stamps because they can't afford to pay their bills, even though they're working 50, 60 hours a week and pissing in a fucking Gatorade bottle, right? So when you're saying like, I don't want to correct, hold on, please excuse me. Let me finish my sentence. Thank you. So what you're saying is you are opposed to basically correcting that theft and correcting that stealing by redistributing the wealth, but through taxes. Like the golden age of this country, everybody's like, oh my God, the 1950s were so great. Well, we had a 90% marginal tax rate. If we have a minimum wage, why are you opposed to a maximum wage?
So if that wouldn't be a wage technically, if you're a business owner, for example, that would be my argument. But okay.
Well, that's a weak sauce argument.
Fucking brains out.
So, okay, so why do you support theft from workers?
I don't. I mean, I support, like I said, I support a lot more regulation. I support increasing the minimum wage as well. You know, I see a lot of.
Sorry, let me jump in. Okay, you support raising. Excuse me, Tim. You support raising the minimum wage to what?
I say to keep up with inflation.
No. To what number? 30 an hour. Okay. Let's say we try to raise it to 30 an hour. That causes massive unemployment. And the only way to actually maintain 30 an hour, the only way, because of the distribution of money in the country, would be that we have to take it from rich people. Would you maintain? If we find out they have so much money stored that we actually can't do a $30 minimum wage, would you then say, let's take the money from them?
I mean, if they try to retaliate by just firing everyone, I would support it, yeah.
No, that wasn't the question. Just firing everyone. It is corporate. And there's something so fucking, Tim, you're not just a capitalist, you're a corporatist. Because literally you're just sitting here going, yeah, if the big businesses, well, fuck all the small businesses too, right? Fuck all the small businesses who they can't do $30 an hour because a disproportionate amount of the wealth is going to their competitor, which has basically priced them out of the market because they can't exploit their workers at the same level. So they want to give everybody already a living wage, as small businesses tend to do, but they can't. What we're telling you, Tim, is everything you think that morally we should do can't be done without taking back money. They are hoarding it.
So in the example of small businesses, how would you propose that we support them?
By breaking up the big businesses that are stealing business from small mom and pop stores, by making Walmart stop existing, by making Amazon stop existing, because it's disproportionately siphoning off business away from local. Like by breaking up the monopoly, let's say, which you should support because you support regulation, right? We regulate monopoly.
I mean, I do. Yeah, I support like I even supported the whole Google when that thing was going on. I supported it being broken.
Okay, because you realize like if we raise the minimum wage to $30 an hour, like who's paying for that?
I mean, I was just thinking about it because I've only dealt with corporations my whole life, so I was just
but
thinking about it.
that necessarily is coming from the company, right? Like that money is necessarily coming from the bonuses that the CEOs are getting, right? Like it's not possible for the minimum wage to be $30 an hour without taking it from somewhere else in the company.
No, yeah, like regulation. I mean, to force the company to do that. Yes.
Right. So, do you think it would be fair for there to be like a broad policy that everyone in a company owns a share?
Like stock options, like is that what you're saying?
Sure. Yeah, let's say stock options. Like basically what I'm trying to get to is like, because here's the other thing too, that sucks about the way that things are working right now. Every day that you go to work, you are subjecting yourself to a dictatorship. You don't have a democratic option. There is no, like, you can unionize, and that's like an extremely combative situation, and unions aren't widely supported in this country anymore. So, like, what is wrong with the idea of everybody who goes to work owns some amount of share in the company and can vote on what happens in the company? Like that they can vote on, who works more hours, or they can vote on who gets what pay raises, and they can vote on how much vacation time they get. Whereas right now, what they have is they have no choice but to accept whatever deal they're given. And they have a bunch of different choices between raw deals left and right. Like every single company wants to pay you as little as they can get away with. And like the company that you work for would rather hire somebody else at a lower wage than give you a promotion and raise your wage. So like all we're advocating for is the democratization of the workplace.
Okay, but I mean, I worked for Amazon, so I know how shitty it is. Honestly, I was.
And you want them to have that much power over your life?
I don't. I hate it. I guess I was looking at it as it being a power that can be abused by the government too easily, and me not.
But the point is not to give the government the power. Socialism is about giving the workers the power.
But if, for example, who would have the confiscatory rights, like the one that I mentioned?
I mean, I don't really have a framework for my political theory that involves confiscatory rights. Like, because I think the confiscatory rights, like the implication of what you're saying there is that the government can take ownership and control over that. And that's not really, that's like actually closer to fascism than socialism. Like the government having like control over what businesses do directly in that sense. That is like the relationship that fascism has with private equity. So so fundamentally, maybe this is a misunderstanding of what socialism means, because it means the workers have a democratized workplace. The people at the top of the pyramid in the business don't have the option to make, 20 or 30 times what their average worker makes. They don't have the option to do all these tax breaks on their yachts. Like that's what socialism really is about. So maybe it's just like a definitional problem.
I mean, maybe because the way I was looking at it, because I heard from, I speak in a lot of those circles because I do want change. I think the system we have now is completely unsustainable. But I mean, the way they were explaining it to me was that the government would tax anything over 999 million for a person at 100%, for example.
Yeah. Why do you think that taxes on the richest people are bad? Like, so here's the thing. Here's how you avoid that, right? Let's say you're the CEO of a company and you're like, let's say the number is 50 million. Like any amount of money you make over $50 million gets taxed at like 100%. You just give yourself $49 million instead of $50 million. And the rest of the money goes into the company and into the workers and into improving the services that you provide.
I mean, yeah, that sounds reasonable.
Cool. So glad we had this
I'm
conversation.
Just too dumb, honestly.
I mean, I think that socialism is a scary word.
Thank you guys.
And in a practical sense, I'm glad that we're able to have the discussion of like, in a practical sense, what would it mean? Like, okay, if you don't want the government to have the other $50 million because you want to make $100 million, like, okay, then just funnel it back into your company. The government is ideally going to do its job of making sure that that money is put toward like roads and stuff. So we still do want to be collecting some number of taxes on that $50 million, but like, I agree that sometimes the government siphons off money and puts it in fucked up places, like sending a occupying army to the streets of Minneapolis. Like, I agree that that's a problem, but we do want to have a nice mix of, okay, some of the money's going to the workers so that they can stimulate the economy, and we are collecting taxes from these businesses that can more than afford it to make sure that we have quality schools, quality bridges, and like climate protection.
By the way, the 40s to the 60s was one of America's strongest economic periods, and we had a 90% upper tax rate. So higher taxes on rich people has not historically been a bad thing. I don't know that very many people would have even been able to be worth more than 20 million there. I'm sure we would have hit 100% threshold if that was happening a lot. I do like Sterlo. There's no open line tonight, but I hope you're calling next time because you keep saying hilariously dumb stuff. Like you guys are losers who start your own company. Not only have we, I use socialist ideals for my payment structure. You're looking at one of the products of said company, and I make more money than you do. Sterlo.
He tried.
I mean, of course, you're going to call in and lie about your income. The one guy tried to call in and pretend that they were like really like rich, and then asked him what his source of income was. And this was supposed to be the guy who was able to like talk down to me as like a person who knows what it takes. It was a fucking trust fund. He said he had a trust fund. I'm like, shut the fuck up. You were born on third base, you dipshit. No, you're born on home plate, you dipshit. Anyway, Tim, I don't have anything else for you. Have a good one, bud.
All right, you too. Bye.
Luthien, did you try to say something? He tried to call in?
Yeah, Sterlo crashed out in the screening room, apparently.
He tried to call. He had an emotional breakdown at me. and now is whining in the comments that he couldn't
about
get on
what?
the show. Because he wouldn't answer any questions. He just kept saying, put me on. You know who I am. Put me on. And whining.
I don't know who the fuck you are. Nobody's heard of you. What the fuck are you talking about? I only called you by name from seeing it in the live chat. Nobody knows who the fuck you are. What the fuck are you talking about? Were you like arguing with somebody else in the live chat earlier and thought that we care? Like, Jesus fucking Christ. Get your hormones under control, Sterlo.
Oh, I would love to take 23.
Go ahead.
Okay. John from California, you're live with Jimmy and Luxander. What's up?
Hey, how's it going?
You know, living the dream. So I'm interested in your prompt here. I saw that you refused to give pronouns. I don't really give a shit about that. We might circle back around to that in a few minutes. But like, fascinating thing. I agree on some level that Kamala Harris wouldn't have changed the direction the country is in, but I'm fascinated to hear your justification for that belief.
Yeah, I don't put pronouns in there just because I don't want to be judged in any way by anybody. So
I mean, you are already currently using pronouns, but okay. Anyway, like I said, we'll circle back around to that maybe in a minute. But talk to me about the direction the country is going.
I'm going to be fascinated by that.
Okay, yeah. I'm not trying to be combative or anything. I agree with a lot of what you guys say. Have you guys been doing any discussions on the stuff that led up to the Great Depression recently?
I mean, not recently. I don't see a political affiliation. Do you have a self-described political affiliation?
I used to lean right. I would say now I'm center left almost.
Okay, cool. So yeah, tell me about the direction the country is going in.
All right. Well, my background's in economics, so it's startling. I think that a lot of this has happened as a result of greed. But if you look back to the 1920s, and we're seeing a lot of this right now, a lot of the citizens of this country, stocks weren't cool to invest in the 1800s, 1900s. Like late 1800s and early 1900s, it was seen as a racket. I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with what I'm talking about, I'm not trying to insult your intelligence. I'm not trying to explain anything that you guys already know. But come 1920s, your everyday citizen started getting into the stock market, and a lot of it was traded on leverage. So margins, they were only using about 10% of what they actually had, and they were
You're going to have to get more abridged, because I'm getting the impression that this is more of an open mic kind of call. And we got to be getting to a point for us to either be conflicted with or a meaningful question to engage with.
Yeah, all right. So we have about $1.3 trillion of credit card debt in this country, $13 trillion in mortgages. A lot of people I do not think can afford this. And for whatever reason, I don't think any presidency, any policy could have gotten in the way of stopping the rampant greed that has caused the hyperinflation of our markets. We're not talking about the inflation of a mortgage like tranche. We're talking about the inflation of everybody's individually perceived wealth in this country, and it's going to bottom out. And when that panic sets in, it doesn't matter what the administration is or what party is in charge of Congress, we're fucked.
Yeah. Do you know about the fact that the economy globally is going to collapse in like 2040?
I think it's going to happen before then. I think it's going to happen sometime in the 2030s. And also, I would like to talk about something that you guys are going to disagree with from the last call. You're talking about a wealth tax, and I agree with you. I think that people should pay their fair share in taxes. That being said, in the 1950s, with the 90% marginal tax, the top 1% were still paying around 40 to 42% of their overall wealth, or their overall income year over year. I don't think that's going to make that much of a difference.
They're paying much less than that now.
Yes, you are correct. They are paying less than that, but I think that there's more than a wealth. I don't think a wealth tax is going to.
What was the distribution of wealth? What was the distribution of wealth in America in the 1940s?
The distribution of wealth? Are you talking about how big was the
how much of the wealth did the top 1%, for example, possess?
The wealth disparity.
I think it was somewhere around 50%. I know now it's about 90%.
Yeah,
80 to 90%. No, I get what you're saying, but the baby boomers in this country that own property and they transfer it via 1031 exchanges, real estate investment trust fund children, the transfer of wealth without taxing it that has gone on since the 1950s. None of that is getting taxed, and we're talking trillions of dollars.
Yeah. Honestly, I took this call.
Should set in.
I took this call mostly because I want to get on my soapbox about, so I don't think we're probably going to stay on for very long because I think we agree about a lot of the stuff. I want to get on my soapbox about the fact that like we are on a trajectory with regards to the climate and the economy that is at this point, like if somebody like Kamala Harris was elected president, we would have still been on track for global collapse within the next 10 to 15 years.
Sure.
Because like they're not going to radically change anything. That's the only reason I took this call.
God, I got it. Yeah. Okay. So my quick response to that, because you know what annoys the shit out of me, is that Biden was only able to repair anything towards status quo when he came in because Donald Trump had done so much shit that even if he had a more progressive vision, he's spending time building distribution plans for COVID. He's spending time doing the Afghan shit that we had to do because of Donald Trump. And that's where a lot of the focus is the recovery of the tragedy that was the first term of it. So would Kamala Harris, first of all, progressively, potentially could have built beyond that, wouldn't have pulled us out of climate agreements, but also is actually a springboard from which one can conceive a chance, low though it may be, that an actual progressive vision could follow after. Whereas foundationally, Donald Trump has committed us. Everything we're all trying to do is because we see a chance that there might be a way out of this shit. But the chance of there being a way out of it is lower because Donald Trump became the president, significantly lower, and Kamala Harris didn't. Kamala Harris can at least be bullied.
I mean, she was like, let's invest in fracking more when she was asked about energy in the future during the debate. So I just wanted to get on that and be like, look, we're on a path that we would have to go to zero emissions. We would have to radically reorganize the economy. So Yay, it's all going to collapse.
Potentially, or potentially use technology to solve it, but we're not going to be doing that under Trump. Again, maybe there would be a chance this way. This is the whole, like, we went from no chance to small chance. It's
the other way around.
And I do agree that at least, I'm sorry, I'm here. Can you hear me?
No, somebody said I said Kamala wrong.
Oh, no, I think that you are, I think that you are correct. At least Kamala, or I hope Kamala would
you got it.
I think that she would have at least listened to the people around her and maybe have, but I still, I agree with you. I think what's going to happen, my bold prediction, is that the only thing that Trump responds to is the economy. I think that's the only person, if it was a person, that he listens to. He doesn't listen to anything else. He obviously backs out of anything that's going to cause any economic crisis. He did it with the tariffs early 2025.
No. Totally disagree. Yeah. He does not back out of anything that's going to cause economic crisis, only if it's short term. He's content to do things that will long term cause. He doesn't care about the economy. He cares about him. He cares about how he looks, his personal economy.
I think his brain is leaking out his ears. I don't know that he has an opinion or judgment about anything anymore, actually.
He's literally making sure that the next appointment for Jerome Powell's job is going to let him control the interest rates, which famously caused 85% inflation when Turkey did that shit. So I think he intends to destroy the economy with a delayed effect that will happen after he gets out.
Yes, no, that's my bold prediction, is that he is doing stuff in the short term to make him look good, but he's going to lose Congress, and he's going to lose the next presidency, or the Republicans are going to lose the next presidency. I think it's pretty easy to see that. But his hope, I'm pretty sure, is that you give this market enough potential energy and built on paper, and it collapses, it's going to make the Democrats look bad because they're going to be left to pick up the scraps. That's my bold prediction.
The Democrats are good at
That's the problem with the 4-year cycle. Like, everybody gets blamed for what happened in the previous presidency.
I really don't believe that at that level of government that any of them have any real actual point of views or party alignment. I think they're all scum. I think they're all greedy.
So what we've established here is that everybody with a savings account is stupid. You're not going to get to use it. All right.
Yeah, John, exactly. Yeah. Thanks, John.
Sorry,
everybody
guys.
Look up Limits to Growth 1972.
I wish you guys the best luck. I won't take up any more of your time. I'm not like your target audience. You guys have a good platform. So thank you for hearing me.
Yeah. All good. Later, man. Final caller.
It is wild. I should have asked him. Like, you think that the economy's about to collapse and you wouldn't do a massive redistribution scheme right now? Like,
yeah. Like, we could hypothetically completely upend this thing and fix it, but we're not going to.
Everybody gets rice. That's my position. Everyone gets rice. I'm running for president. Beans. Y'all get rice. I don't get to eat beans. Why should anybody else? Norm, who will accept all and any pronouns. Norm, is that true? You don't mind if our live chat, of which there are how many people in live chat right now?
1,500.
You don't mind if all 1,500 of people refer to you as she, for example?
Oh, I'm kind of curious how many actual pronouns are there?
Well, there's he.
You want to be on that subject?
There's he.
Oh, so
there's
but
she.
I mean, how many? What's the number?
No, I'm going to count them off. One is he. There's he, there's she, and there's they. And those are your standard pronouns for which almost excuse me, I'm not done. Those are your standard pronouns for which almost everybody will adopt. There are at times people who, like nicknames, prefer a more specific pronoun. Generally, you will find that they aren't that picky if you switch back to they, but you should try for their sake. However, in all of the time that we have been doing the show, despite the fact that we have a disproportionate amount of trans people who do call in and engage, I think we maybe get a neo pronoun from 2% of the callers. So if you'd like to pick between he, she, and they, Norm, I think you'll find yourself well accommodated. But if you need more, feel free to pick a different one, and we'll do our best.
Whatever floats your boat. Okay. Can we actually talk about a topic now?
Well, pronouns is actually about what floats your boat. So will you feel more respected if the live chat's referring to you as a he, a she, a they, or something else?
Obviously, obviously you're speaking with a man. So
is that obvious?
Norm, have you heard your phone voice? That.
Norm, have you heard your phone voice? Are you sure it's as obvious as you think it is?
I think my voice is a little bit lower than yours.
Oh, I never came here and said that I clearly have. Excuse me, Norm. Excuse me, Norm. Excuse me, Norm. Excuse me, Norm. You are taking this extremely personally because that is not the point I made.
No, I just think it's hilarious
excuse me, Norm,
that you
I'm
guys
not
need
finished.
to be on this topic.
Excuse me, Norm.
A real topic, but let's go.
Oh, Norm, you're trying to make it personal. I know I have a Charlie Day voice.
Your voice.
Excuse me, Norm. I'm not done. I'm not done. I benefit from being on video and clearly presenting as a man, as well as having an audience of over 350,000 people who are aware already that I identify as a man.
Congratulations.
You are calling in on the phone, Norm. And your voice is not as clear as you think it is, nor is it inconceivable that a person with your voice would have pronouns other than expected. So to be clear, Norm,
you guys are really projecting extra hard tonight. That's really projecting extra hard tonight. It's very interesting.
Is that what we're doing?
How about I answer a couple of questions that you asked earlier? Let's do that.
First, please define what we are projecting. Use the word projection. I'd like you to defend.
Are you going to let me talk? Are you going to let me talk? You're going to talk.
I'll think about it. You took a long pause.
Can I answer the question? Can I answer the question?
You took a long pause. I thought you might need it re-explained to you.
I can answer your question.
Go for it.
Why is she freaking out so hard?
Yeah, girl.
Okay.
Come on.
Okay. Can you shut up for a second so I can actually talk?
Oof, I don't know.
You cannot love or hate something about another person. Holy shit, you guys can't shut up for a second, can you?
Oh my God, can't we?
Let's go.
I talk for a living, sorry.
Are you going to allow me to talk?
It's my job to yap.
Let's do it.
Yes,
are you going to allow me to answer or are you just going to keep talking over it?
All right, go on, Opie.
I can explain why you're projecting. You cannot love or hate something about another person unless it mirrors and reflects to you something that you either love or hate about yourself.
Oh, I see.
Dumb fucking take.
Like that answer.
I'm projecting my what? Be specific. Since you're talking broadly, be specific what I am projecting and whether it's something I love or hate.
Well, you must not love yourself very much if you're attacking me based on
I haven't attacked you yet.
I present.
I haven't attacked you yet. By the way, if you caught the beginning of the show, you would find out not only am I a cisgender man, I am super duper cisgender man. I get gender euphoria.
I've never met an actual masculine man. I've never met an actual masculine man that refers to himself as cisgender. So maybe you're the first.
Or Norm, perhaps your standards of what a masculine man is steeped in what your daddy told you, and your daddy was as stupid as you are.
Well, you know what? Your little high-pitched whiny voice doesn't sound very masculine to me.
That's okay. When I banged your dad, he thought I was masculine enough.
So, hey, you know what? Maybe my dad's gay, but it's news to me if he is. Maybe you're gay. I don't really care either way.
I think he's pansexual. He basically was like, I don't care what it is, just put it in my hole.
I'll ask him when I call him tomorrow. He's like 80 years old, so maybe he needs to come out of the closet.
He's a very woke 80-year-old pansexual man.
Okay, so let's actually talk about a real
very experimental.
Going through these insults that you guys have been doing.
The projection guy is getting so defensive.
Every one of your callers.
What do you do for a living?
Let's actually talk about. So you said
you
wanted to.
Norm, what do you do for a living?
Give a specific example. What?
Wait, if you hate trans people so much, why are you talking like that? Hey, Norm? What do you do for a living?
I work for myself. I own 3 businesses.
I own a business too.
I'm a licensed massage therapist. Are you going to allow me to talk, fuckface? Are you going to actually let me talk?
Are you going to answer the question?
There's a delay.
Sure.
Calm down, girl.
Baby doll, chill.
Oh, the dude cosplaying a woman is going to tell me to calm down, girl. That's a good one. Okay, so let's go.
I love it every time.
Let's go.
They
Put it on the fucking bingo card. Put it on the fucking bingo card. That's so funny.
See, there you go. See, this is how projection works.
Hey, Norm. How big do you think Luxander? Do you mind if I ask this question?
Yeah, go for it.
How big do you think Luxander's penis is?
I don't even know who you're talking about. You're talking about the dude cosplaying as a woman?
My name is literally on the screen.
Luxander, the other person on the screen, who is non-binary
or whatever the fuck you want to make up. Yes. Oh, sure. That's what was your birth name was. Yeah, Luxander.
But you're saying because you can always tell that Luxander is a man cosplaying as a woman.
That's correct.
You sure about that? You sure about that? That's what you know?
I'm pretty sure about that.
You're sure about that?
Or maybe she had too many adhesions in utero.
Oh my God, are you melting down?
Dude,
Very fun. I'm having a great time.
That is a dude.
What a great final call! Wow, what spectacular vibes.
Right? Really? I can talk like that too.
Oh no! Oh wait! So you're above the mocking and the making fun, but when it does it, it's a value of yours. But if other people do it, it happens anyway.
You guys are just having a rough
just don't
night.
pretend. Just don't pretend. Just don't pretend. Don't pretend.
It's entertaining.
Don't pretend. Don't pretend that you have values when you throw them out the door. If other people. Don't pretend you have values if you throw them out the door as soon as another person doesn't adopt your values. Norm, you can just have sex with men. You don't have to do all of this.
Masculine men say, "I'm a cis man." Yeah,
you're
sure
correct.
They do. Okay,
you're correct.
So you want it? Let's talk. You wanted.
All right, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's poll the chat. Let's poll the chat. Let's poll the chat.
I feel like men who aren't insecure in their masculinity will identify themselves as cisgender if they are factually cisgender. But again, that's men who are confident in their masculinity.
Right. You're so terrified. You're so terrified.
Gen Zer.
My guy Norm, you are literally terrified of pronouns. You want to tell me you're masculine?
I know. I just think
were you
guys
the cop who killed? Were you the cop who shot at that? Were you the cop who shot at that car because an acorn fell behind it? Because you're like that level of hormonal and sensitive right now.
No,
oh God, an acorn!
That's what I wanted to talk about.
Let's unload my clip.
Let's talk about the police.
Let's talk about the police.
Yeah,
now, when you watch YMCA, the music
troopers.
video, and you're violently masturbating, is the cop the one you're watching the most?
There you go with the projection again.
You
See,
said let's
you
talk.
guys aren't very confident.
You said let's talk about the police, and I had a police question.
Dude, you're the one who can't stop thinking about my dick. My brother, my dude, my sweet baby cakes. You're the one who cannot stop thinking about my dick right now.
You guys can't handle it.
His dick, his back, his pussy, and his crack.
I could care less.
Wow.
I wanted to answer a question you guys. I wanted to answer two questions that you guys asked. You asked specifically how DEI would affect someone negatively.
You were also going to answer why black women are more likely to have complications during pregnancy. And since we already know the results of the study, the results of the study was that black women don't get as good of care because they aren't taking it seriously.
No, that's
the number one.
No,
so you're saying that's a lie.
You left out a key factor. You left out a key factor. It's because they're 40 pounds heavier than other races of women. It's because they're fat as hell.
Isn't what the study found.
On average, the median average is like 200 pounds.
So
if you go in there, if you're pregnant and you're like 200 pounds, you're going to have more complications than a white woman who's 140 pounds.
Bro, you can just have sex with men. You don't have to do all this.
Okay.
You have my permission to think about my penis, Norm. It's fine.
What do you mean projection? I literally fucked your dad. I'm not ashamed of fucking men.
You guys are you're really having a rough night. It's hilarious.
You can just be queer, oh baby. You can just project away the pain. Oh, it's not. Sorry, you can't hear it. I'll fix it for you.
You can hear it a little bit.
You guys don't even understand.
You can just be queer, oh baby. You can fuck away the pain. Condition your throat with dildos. You can fuck being a dick away. I wrote that for you, Norm.
You're really proving how much of a cis man you are.
Is that what I proved, Norm?
You do understand? Yeah. Well,
Norm,
I'm not convinced.
Does it matter? Does it bother you that I've banged more? It does bother you that I've banged more women than the number of times you've had sex? Because you've only had sex 0 times.
Yeah. Okay. Sure you have.
How many times have you been to Europe? It's dry.
Okay. Let's see. Where have you been in this world other than the little shithole that you're living in right now?
Which is the little shithole? Wait, are you acknowledging that America's a shithole country? Because I've lived all over it.
Or is he just talking about you fucking his dad?
Or are you complaining that I haven't been to Thailand where you finally were able to get laid for the low price of $800?
I was a professional underground DJ from 1995 to 2000. I was getting paid to go to Europe and bang hot Northern European women. I don't think so, bro.
Norm, you didn't have to tell us you were a DJ. Everyone here
You're
already
a little
knew
dude.
that.
What are you like? 5'10", maybe
Norm.
5'9"?
Buddy,
Okay,
I'm literally
how you gonna
6'2". I'm literally 6'2" and 220. I'm literally 6'2",
sure
220.
Yeah,
Oh my God, this little bitch tried to...
I totally believe you.
Remember the thing he said about projecting because you are what you hate? I'm literally 6'2". I'm a public figure, so it's not a thing I can hide. I'm literally 6'2" and 220. You absolutely whiny, redacted child who is saying about projection. And so you're now claiming I'm like, which is so funny. You went with 5'10", which would still be average. I'm taller than average. It'd still be average. You're clearly 5'4", and you didn't have to tell us you were a DJ. We all knew you were a DJ. And I think you're less of a massage therapist and a more massage the rapist.
I want to know how tall people think I am.
That shit.
Do I give short king energy?
I don't take hormone meds.
What hormone meds is that?
You're taking those because your testosterone is lacking. I can naturally get a boner. I don't need the pills you take. I know you take them and they're blue, and usually that's nothing to be ashamed of, but it is for you.
You sing so beautifully for a cisgender man.
Who's ever heard of a cisgender man who can sing? Only trans men can sing. Oh, I hit my F wrong. You know how that goes. No, you don't. You've never fucked.
Do you guys feel better now? Do you guys feel better now?
Genuinely, I do.
Having a great
time. Feel better now? Was that therapy
Norm,
for
here's
you?
the thing.
Was
Here's
that
the thing,
therapy
Norm.
for you?
Hey, Norm. If you're going to ask him an answer, here's the thing. I was in a funk because I had that super stupid call earlier where the person was literally using the name of a protagonist from a video game as proof. And that one like really annoyed me. And now I'm having
you didn't even really explain that
and
very
now
well
I'm having
such a good
I'm having such a good time emasculating an absolute wimp of a person who's had to jump to guessing my height
You're
wrong.
emasculating.
Hey Norm, how tall are you?
Me how much of a cis man
Norma
you are.
Jane, how tall are you?
How much of a cis man? 6'4".
Hey Norm, how tall are you?
You're gonna die early.
6'4".
That sucks.
No, you're not. You fucking liar.
Because I'm 6'4".
You fucking liar. You dumb piece of shit.
Hey, would you like to know what else I do?
How's your back, man? Your back's got to be fucking killing you right now.
Jesus fucking Christ. You fucking
the dude
liar.
cosplaying as a woman is trying to insult me. The dude
cosplaying as a woman. You're literally trying to double down on something you fucked up.
It's okay for you to think about my dick. It's okay.
I wrote a song for you.
Let's talk about the state police. Okay?
Nah, this is too fun.
Norm's never had sex that's consensual. Norm's never had sex that's consensual. Except that time he let a guy from ICE put a boot in his butt. I was giving you a chance to do a verse, Norm. Norm's never had
I think it's funnier just letting you expose yourself as being a cis
Norm's
man.
never liked that
That's a good
idea. Norm can't stay hard if you're into it, unless you'll put some pee on his face. I was able to completely roast you and destroy you with nothing but the D chord.
Oh yeah, you
Hey,
sure
guy,
did. Oh, I
just
totally
so you know,
agree
Norm,
with you.
the D chord's what I gave
and
your
your little
dad too.
high-pitched, whiny voice. You really roasted me. Roasted me hard in your little Bitch voice. Yeah.
I know you know better than anyone the pains of having a hard and whiny voice.
Yeah.
Norm, you should
really
ask
having a rough
permission.
night. I wish I could say I feel bad for you, but I really don't care.
If they are interested.
I feel bad that you're going to die early because you're so tall.
Yeah. I legitimately feel bad about some of my tall friends that way.
Yeah, okay, so you're telling me a person who's 6'4" is going to die earlier than a person who's 6'2"?
That's literally how it works.
Statistically correct.
Yeah, how's your
back? But then you thought black women die more in childbirth because they are 40 pounds up. So you aren't really familiar with medical facts and like what the actual conclusions of studies are. Oh, morbid. Hey, Norm.
You know what? Being morbidly obese might affect your health.
Hey, Norm.
Maybe it does.
Hey, Norm. I have bad news for you.
Hey, cis man. Hey,
Norm.
man.
Hey, cis baby girl.
Hey, cis
Norm.
man.
Hey, cis babe. Hey, cis. Norm, cis, sissy. You're pretty
that's what
racist.
I'll call you, cis, from now
hey,
on.
Cis babes. Hey, cis. Okay, but you got cis babes for me. Hey, cis babes, Norm.
So let's talk about how
you're pretty racist.
During the mid-'90s, state troopers,
when you were racist,
if you were
how
white,
old were you in the mid-'90s?
You had to score. I was in my 20s.
How old are you now?
In the late 90s, 49.
49 years old?
You can do the math if you want.
Ugh, just go to the light already.
I graduated high school in 1994.
Walk toward the light.
And I wanted to become a state trooper in 1996. Okay?
Yeah.
Unless you were scoring higher than 98, dude, why don't you shut the fuck up?
I'm participating.
You just fucking are so miserable. You can't let anybody even talk.
Oh my
God!
You really
having a show.
I know you really need attention, Norm.
Am I not doing it right?
Person who calls in talk.
How should I do it right, sissy?
Senpai has noticed you. It's okay.
Yeah, well, you know what?
What's happening with you being a trooper?
When I was in 1996, I wanted to become a state trooper. And unless you scored higher than 98,
wait, I gotta do one line at a time.
And you were white,
in 1996, he wanted to become a state trooper. Go ahead, what's the next part?
Guess what the score was for accepting black people?
Guess what the score was for accepting black people? And you're gonna have to take my word for it.
75 on the state trooper exam, they would accept you.
If you scored a 75 as a black guy, you got in. Please take my word for it. But remember that I've never had consensual sex. My penis is dry. That was way off key. My penis is dry. Baby,
I'm sure that the dude cosplaying as a woman has seen your penis.
Baby, you know what I love is Norm. You will think about me for the rest of your life, and I won't think of you past this week.
Symphony, your penis. How many times? Or whatever the fuck that thing's name is.
Your dry
How many times?
penis.
More than once?
Are you thinking about my penis again?
Norm is really mad
it sounds like
about
he showed
everybody
you
else's
more than once. Yeah, you guys seem to be focusing on one topic.
Norm, you seem to be focusing on Lux's penis apropos of nothing. Literally, we'll be talking about something else and you'll be like, Luxander's penis is on my mind. I am thinking about that dick night and day. Lux's penis is on my mind. Does that mean that I am gay? You're never going to take the verse? I keep giving you opportunities at a verse.
Yeah, I could care less. I actually have $90,000 in music equipment. So you know what? You pretty much suck.
$90,000
so I don't
of
know
music
what to tell you. You really don't have.
But
I actually made a living doing this as a musician. I don't think you have the same level of talent. So
I've got $90,000 of music
maybe you just missed your opportunity. Hey, you know when I was getting paid like $3,000 to fly over to Europe and play in the late
DJ
90s.
equipment, but no one will have consensual sex with me. $90,000 of equipment. Why won't someone put it in my bum? $90,000 in equipment. I've never touched a pussy since my mom. $90,000 in equipment, and my soul is rotting.
What do you got?
My soul is rotting.
A little stomp box and a
90,000. I can't. Do you think I can hear you over myself? Do you think I hear what you're saying back there? Or are you just spamming the N-word or what? What's going on back there? $90,000 in equipment, and I think that's a personality. $90,000 in equipment, and it still won't buy me a family. My kids won't talk to me, and it's my fault. I'm just kidding, I don't have kids. That would mean somebody took their pussy and they let me inside it. Norm, how many more minutes of this are you going to stick around for? How's this gone for you so far?
You're not getting to me at all. It doesn't bother me one little bit.
I'm not
do whatever the fuck you want. You guys are just exposing yourself as retards.
I'm not getting to Norm. Excuse me. I already exposed myself as a retard.
So you can do whatever you want.
I got diagnosed with autism, and that's my word.
Talking gay, actually.
I like when I can quote you. Oh, we're talking gay now?
You're really not. You're not pushing my buttons. All you're doing is pushing. All you do is showing everybody how gay you guys are.
Is that why you keep having to have a dick measuring contest about how you're so much more talented and well traveled?
No,
we're definitely not getting to you, but you need us to know that you're better than us.
I'm trying to have a real conversation.
When are you going to pick up on the fact that we don't give a shit about you?
Sorry, I just wrote a song. Norm, you just inspired me to write it. You just inspired me to write a new song. You just inspired me to write a new song. You gotta hear it.
Does it hurt? Do you have to massage your throat at the end of the night?
I revoke your permission now. Stop thinking about my dick so much. Oh my God.
I need you to hear the song that you just inspired me to say. I'm just trying to have a real conversation. That's literally what he just said. He literally just said that in succession.
Wow.
I'm just trying to have a real conversation. I just want a real conversation. I bought $90,000 audio equipment. Doesn't that entitle me to a real conversation? Did you even see my cool tape deck? You can download all my DJ sessions. After I convert them from cassette. 'Cause I'm 49. I don't have the time. I will soon be dead with my 6'4" head. And that's the only head that I'll ever see. Because frankly, nobody likes me. My name is Norm. Well, Norm, I had a wonderful time, and I hope you did too. But also, if you didn't, I don't care. What's your last words, Norm?
You didn't get to me at all. I think it's hilarious that you guys are having such a rough night, and just keep projecting. It's all you're doing is exposing yourself.
By the way, I just want to be clear. I didn't get you at all.
They can clearly.
I just want to ask you a question.
You guys are having a rough time.
Did I not get you at all during the 90 seconds you waited on hold to hear the song I wrote about you?
No, actually, I was working on music. You want to hear what I was working on? I can play it for you if you like.
Sure, here we go. Yeah, go ahead and hit play. Play right now. 3, 2, 1, go. Well, that was a fun show, everybody.
Jimmy, I'm so glad we're friends.
What was I to do with this?
That was so funny. We went for 25 minutes. God, that was so fun.
What do I do? What would I do?
Is that going to be a clip? I want to see how well that does.
Which one? which one going to be a clip? That last one was pretty good, though. It's fucking,
That's so
I just
funny.
want to have a real conversation. He literally did that.
Oh my God, people really hate me. That's crazy.
Well, they hate your penis.
It's true.
Oh my God.
I hate how much they think about it. It's crazy.
Do we read soups? We can read
Someone
soups.
give me $40,000.
Well, can someone give me $90,000 in sound equipment?
Oh my God.
He made that as a point. He made that as a point, you guys.
We weren't getting to him, but he really needed us to know that he's better than us. That was crazy.
Did you hear his heart sink when I said you're less of a massage therapist and more of a massage the rapist? The way he laughed, you could hear that he knew he had lost.
Wow, that was
you
so
could
great.
hear that he knew it was over. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh.
Okay, I'll sing your super chats, but I'm only doing the chord of D. No, that's too uncomfortable. C. Bayleaf T said folk singer Jimmy. I'll switch between G and C. Soren said for the hardworking producer. I just realized I committed to a bit, but I'm already tired of doing it, so I don't think I'm gonna sing every super chat. But I'll sing the good ones. Liz Grizz said, I have a song for that. Thank you, Liz Grizz. Joshua says, solidarity, I have the same, must recite the next lyric after hearing the lead-in weakness. Yeah, it's not even like fully a lead-in either. It's literally just like,
any lyrics.
Yeah. BB Bunny says, who is the best person to talk about thoughts about discrimination at work? I'm a trans woman. I would call on Takis with that. We're just going to do the 5s and ups. I don't got all day, all night. Also, I am a little like getting loud like that actually exhausts me.
I'm sure you're going to need to rest your voice.
No, I feel physically fatigued, but that's also my illness could be doing it. BB Buddy says, who is the best person? Oh, we already did that one. Coffee Mom says, team mandatory vasectomies. Jerome says, they love always saying we love doing the most disgusting. And then it was going to be an emoji, but I don't know what
Probably
emoji.
A poop emoji.
The most disgusting shit. Yeah. Joshua says, when I hear Brian speak, I think, now this is a man who knows the struggle, obviously. I hope that's a reference to Community. Now this is a guy who knows how to marry his cousin. Merlin says, it's literally the luck of the Irish stereotype. They didn't succeed because they're working and qualified. It's because they're lucky. If Tim calls back, take the study name, mute him, read the study, and then tell him how he misread the study. That's 4 video watching. Joshua Everett says, always here for Jimmy's Charlie Day plosions. I do not sound like Charlie Day. That's absurd. Are you kidding me? Gray Ghost says, Michelle is the reason why I sometimes think that the experiment that is democracy has failed.
Reasonable.
I will always quote the cliche, because I genuinely believe it. Democracy is terrible. The only thing worse is everything else.
Yeah.
Agents Mysticon, which can be easy to lose track of. If you've only known how bad democracy is, the idea of alternatives can sound appealing because you're focusing on how bad it is. Agent said, this is for the psychic damage we all took from that call. Renku says, just listen to a Rahm Emanuel interview on NPR. Comes from a family of Holocaust survivors. Thanks, ICE can be reformed. Make it make sense. Agent says, massage therapist X2. Let's go. I suspect that you're just a massage therapist. I think he's a different kind of massage therapist. I liked the Never Had Consensual Sex song, but it's a little edgy. It's a little edgelordy. Zelda says, the callers tried to impersonate a medical professional before. She always like this. I think that might refer to that last person.
Oh, yeah. Was that the person who said that they were a therapist and they're actually a massage therapist?
Is that what? We also had a person who called previously to say they were a medical professional and they were a nurse. But they were acting like they were a doctor giving opinions on vaccines, which is not a thing and is not within the purview of the expertise of nurses.
Yeah.
Do not listen to nurses on vaccines unless they're repeating don't listen to them any more than you listen to me or any other random person. If they are giving you what the consensus is, fine. Otherwise, only talk to doctors about it. And I hope you don't get the bad one that tells you the dumb shit. Zelda's phone battery says the callers tried to impersonate a medical. Oh, we already did that one. Abstruse Glitch says, you heard it here first. Jimmy Snow is the first cisgender man singer. There's never been a good with a nice voice, he said. Which, by the way, we didn't start today. I think my voice is fucking horrid. But thank you for lying to me like my lovely partner likes to lie and say I have a good singing voice. She literally has like a professional level singing voice. That's how good hers is. It is so good. She'll be like, no, yours is beautiful. And I can hear that she's lying. I like that.
Sometimes we lie to our partners, you know, like for good reasons.
It's not a lie. You have a beautiful voice.
It's not a lie. You're just wrong, I guess.
Y'all see me jimming the camera? I jim the camera. Zelda says, didn't you hear him, Jami? His GF is a model from Europe. She goes to a different school. You wouldn't know her. I know. Jake Dapper inside Nelson says, Jimmy wins the internet tonight. Go fuck yourself, Jimmy. Willow's Worldview says, take my money because Jimmy is giving me life right now. Man, we must have not gotten a lot of super chats before the
all came in at the end.
Pliable Pinky says, Norm OST is fire. Misha says this is incredible. Lauren says I'm dying. Thank you, Jimmy. Thank you. I wouldn't have agreed to read super chats if I knew this would be so masturbatory. And Lux can't see them, so only I can
see them. Oh, I have the thing pulled up. Yeah, where are we at right now?
Funding. We're on Zelda's phone battery. Here's $10.
Zelda's phone battery. Here's $10. I see the $20 one.
Was that the was not expecting?
I said okay. So the last one I saw from Zelda's phone battery is didn't you hear him, Jami?
That might have been before. Have you filtered to just fan funding?
Yeah, I'm on fan funding. Take my money. Jimmy's giving me life right now by Willow. Pliable Pinky says Norm OST is fire. Jimmy, take the time to make this album go on tour. Chris Gilchrist.
I don't know why you're missing some after, because after Norm is OST, it's then Misha, then Lauren, which I read, then Zelda. Here's $10. I want the B side of Norm D's chord.
Yeah, his dry alt
title, thinking about Lux downstairs. Then do you see Joshua Everett?
Yeah, Norm sounds like he smells like shit.
Yeah, what do you got next?
That one. In the Light. Norm is 50 and acting like that. I think he's just upset that he's dangerously close to being on the mantle next to the Christmas decorations. Thank you.
It'll be the first time he's hung. Brandon Green says, was not expecting a concert tonight. That was awesome, Jimmy. Do you have Noel?
No, my next one is Chris Gilchrist.
Nolder JJ says, this has been even better than the Are You Still Talking muting session. Beautiful. Also, please do the tribute rift. What is that? I think I remember. I'll look in a second. Go ahead. Do you have Chris after that?
Yeah, OMG, Jimmy, time to take this album and go on tour. The next one I have is from Cliff.
This is not good enough for that, people.
I didn't expect the Jimmy busking arc, but I'm pleasantly surprised. I mean, truly, we've gotten the most donations during the part where you were playing.
This is like, it's a weird, but I don't have it in me to keep doing that, guys.
Yeah. Hedonista for the concert. Definitely add the piano.
I can't do both at the same time, but I'm sure I'll bring the piano on one day. Mm-hmm. Albert says, I had to donate because Jimmy took me from mad enough to fight to laughing uncontrollably at work. Great job. Go fuck yourself, Jimmy.
Not going to lie, that actually reminds me of some early Flaming Lips live shows.
I don't know who that is.
I don't know either. Pibble Punk, Jimmy just committed a murder because I have died laughing. Yeah, my face hurts. KB says, God damn it, this is so fucking funny. I agree. Life is literary. Please post My Name is Norm song as a clip. You cooked with that one. Thanks for the super sticker from JH Tetra.
If I'm getting it right, I think that was close.
Mm-hmm. Kimchi Delicious says, some money for Jimmy's amazing talents. I'm literally crying. Came in late, but thank God I wasn't late for this. Thank you for the very generous $90 donation from Misty Nipples. I wanted to donate $90,000, but I ran out of zeros. This was most excellent. Hell yeah, thank you.
Well, thank you, Missy. I think you missed a couple. There was KB says, "God damn it, this is so fucking funny." Life is Literary says, "Please post My Name Is Morm song as a clip." You cooked with that one. Look, am I realizing that
you just weren't listening because I said those?
I should be. I should be doing parody music. Apparently, yeah. I'm thinking
that would be very fun.
I might not be good, but I'm apparently entertaining.
Yeah, what matters?
Do it.
Vigilante, actual question. Have you ever done this show without making a fascist cry? I haven't seen everyone, but at least one cries on everyone I've seen.
I think I almost cried when I found out that she literally, the video was about a detective who is the main character of Watch Dogs 2.
You almost lost it.
I legitimately started to feel my eyes well up because I got this sense of like, it's because you said it. The way you said, "We are so cooked," hit me like I just heard about Bambi's mom.
Oh, no.
I was like, no, we are so cooked.
We're so cooked, chat. Oh, my God.
Oh, you're right. I should have put Lux in the Who's the Most Masked mask poll. That would have been funny.
Oh, my God. Foxy Illuminata, thank you. Says, Jimmy Snow Greatest Hits album release when?
It'll just be videos of me getting hit in the face with stuff.
Yeah. Atheist Mechanic sending in to appreciate the Marcus Holloway thing. It's our new meme we're running with. I'm going to forget that, and then you'll remind me in chat. You'll remind me like the next time I'm on, and I'm going to fucking lose my mind.
Truly. Oh, that probably sounds like shit. Me mute strumming?
Yeah, I mean, you can barely hear it.
Oh, that's good.
Thank you, Kimaruska, for the generous 28 Canadian. Thanks for improving everyone's night, even Norm's. Oh, man. I really hope he's mad.
No way this is true. Fuzzy Logic says Norm called into Devon's channel and tried to cite himself as an authority on trans youth because he's a therapist. The reveal was epic. Watch the clip.
That's what they were saying earlier about him impersonating a medical professional.
No way.
Oh, that's crazy.
Jimmy, play E flat raised 11, D11, A11, or D flat sharp 11. A11, AB7, A flat 7, G sus. I don't remember all of those. I'm really bad at. I haven't done music theory since I was a teenager, so I can't sight read shit.
Yeah.
But here's Jesus. Did you enjoy yourself? Also, I have to keep retuning the E string just because I just put it on.
Yeah, it keeps wanting to drop out.
I've accepted my age. And now I'm like, why did I ever not just get nylon strings? So dumb.
Yeah.
It's
or
just
like easier on your fingers, right?
Way easier. I got arthritis, dude.
Elizabeth Chris, thank you for the 20. Go fuck yourself, Jimmy, because you don't believe your singing sounds good. Listen.
You agreed. Well, you agreed that Luthien lies.
I'm running. I'm like running with the joke at this point. I mean, I'm not trying to say you have an amazing singing voice.
Sing. I can sing on tune, but it's not like I have a
That's an important thing, though. Like, I think even if the actual tonal quality of your voice isn't what people would consider crystal clear or like whatever, I do think that like it's a significant thing that you can just fucking sing on key.
Sure, I can stick on key for the most part. And
you can hear yourself.
I'm not tone deaf.
Yeah. MJ Toya with the $9.99 thank you says, it's been a hell of a year. Yeah, it's been the 10 years that we've had this month so far. I think we all needed that laugh. Yeah, truly. It was a great time.
Is it only January 22nd? Fuck me. Fuck. New Year's is so long ago.
Celebrating 1 year of getting the fuck out of Kansas. As of yesterday, we arrived in Oregon 1 year ago. I'm very excited to be in a beautiful place.
There's something like pretty I know you didn't do it on purpose. I don't think anyway, but lining that up with the day after Inauguration Day is pretty.
We planned to be here on Inauguration Day and it just didn't, because I didn't want to be in fucking a red state under a Trump presidency, but our planning kind of got fucky, which is convenient because there was like crazy shit happening in my town the actual day of the inauguration. So I'm like glad that we arrived the day after. But
yeah, it was. I feel like it's better this way, where like it almost has the implication of like one day was good enough.
Driving through Idaho, listen, I was done with being in red country. Epic Stories from History 23, thank you, says that reveal of Michelle believing a fictional story made Jimmy channel his inner Sam Kinison.
Oh, yeah, him. I found that when I watch old Sam Kinison, I've realized he wasn't funny, though. He was just loud.
You're way funnier.
Yeah, Sam Kinison. Well, thanks. That's very kind. But Sam Kinison, one of his most famous bits is about if you want to solve poverty, don't send them money, send them moving trucks because of the sand. And you'll find if you just take the yelling out of it, it just is dumb. It only works if he yells. So there's no joke. The joke is that he's yelling. But I did need to yell there. Also, to the person saying that I'm upset that you're saying you like it, I'm not upset. I love that you like it. Are you kidding me?
We just have a bunch of hosts who can't take a fucking compliment. Okay, that's the real problem.
I just don't want to commit to an album. Abstruse says, legit, Jimmy's really good at musical improv. That's
the most impressive part.
Yeah, I've been doing like singing along to songs and changing their lyrics has been actually something that I've been told I've been good at for a long time. So, but they're usually very pervy. They're usually very perverted parodies. That I accept. That I can change a lyric pretty okay or make up something.
Yeah, the improv skills are real.
We need a Jimmy Javon duet. Javon just left, so Javon literally went home today. So unfortunately, it's too late. The damage is done. All right, well, let me figure out which one I want to do this in. CG just always works.
It's an easy combo.
As we end the show, Sterlo, you're a coward. Sterlo, you're no good. You melted down when you were asked your political affiliation, but this is our neighborhood. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. I didn't have, so that wasn't a proof that I can improv it. All right, bye everybody.